Are you looking for the last Monster Monday?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh.
Why, good evening, Kelsey.
Ooh, good evening, Robert.
Oh, wait, sorry. I mean, why, good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening. Here we are.
We've made
The
it
landscape of the end.
all the way to the finale. It's all ending right here.
What if we did the whole episode in Johan voice?
Oh, I would hate it so much. I'd creep myself out. Okay.
Oh my god. Can
This
we
is it.
crack it open first thing? Because I'm just so ready to toast to the show.
Let's crack it open for all those we lost along the way. Wait a minute. The can, the color. No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
It's-
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's the
drinking a
Oktoberfest.
Yes, my
Okay.
Oktoberfest brew. This one is, I'm sharing a beer with our dear, I fucking forgot his name. Grimmer.
Grimmer.
I forget his name. Holy shit.
Wow. Well, we don't even know his name, so.
Hmm.
Oh, don't
We hardly
no.
knew ye.
Don't you fucking start that shit already with me. You already
What?
know. You know what I mean. Drinks and Grimmer. Don't even start with me, man.
Yeah.
Don't even. We're gonna get
All right.
there. We're gonna
That's-
get there.
Basically how they open the episode. Like so we get a little bit of action first. If you don't know, this is the
Yeah.
finale of Monster Mondays. We're gonna start with episodes 72 through 74, which is the final 3.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go into our thoughts about the entire anime as a whole. So
Okay, so real quick before we jump into it, we did a little research. Kelsey posted about it. We started Monster Monday all the way back on episode 292. This is episode 312. Wow, it's
Wow.
even 30 episodes.
that's nuts, dude.
Our
We've been-
our
this is-
timestamp is way shorter than it's really gonna be then, because that
Yeah.
means it's at least 30 hours.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be fantastic. Okay, okay. So that means we started watching this roughly February, because we took a week to get into it before we actually released something.
Yeah.
But we released our first Monster Monday, March 10th. It is September 22nd when this is dropping. That's a long. That's 6 months, dude.
That's what the kids call bonkers.
6, 7. I don't know what that means, by the way.
Nobody does.
So, but yeah, it's been a long time. I don't know. I guess I didn't think we'd ever reach this.
I know. I felt. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. No, my beer is getting in my throat.
She means I felt.
I felt so sad, like booting it up for the last time. I was like, I don't want to watch the end. It literally felt like saying
Bruh.
goodbye to a good friend. Like
I so did not. I was like, what's gonna happen? I was like, I gotta know. It's been so long. Please
Yeah, I
tell
mean-
me. I was so ready.
I was ready to get to the end just so I could talk about it with you, because there's just like there's so fucking much. There's so much.
So really, I thought it would be more to see, because you hated it when you first watched it.
I
So,
did,
like,
yeah.
where did we end here? What did the person you inflicted this upon think by the end?
Yeah.
So I will save like an overall monster score for the end.
Okay, good idea.
But I'm going to go ahead and say these three, I'm not upset with these.
Okay. All right.
I'm still pretty good with Monster as this is going.
Okay.
So let's dig into it.
All right, so episode 72, A Man Without a Name. I love the title of these 3 episodes, by the way, and like they bring home the themes so hard.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's do
Okay,
it.
a man without a name. We open on Lunge stalking around. He's still on the hunt for Roberto, and he goes into the fucking hotel room. He falls for the oldest trick in the book.
Oh,
the
I'm
old,
taking a shower.
yes, the old empty shower trick. So,
By the way, that animation, his animation, great. Like, really,
Yeah.
really fucking good. But the hand around the door with the gun, hated that. Awful.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, he looks in the shower, and, like, Roberto's hand with a pistol comes in the bathroom door.
Oh,
So then he, like, turns around, but then, like, there's nobody there. So you're like, okay, is he imagining, okay, I need to turn around. Someone's there. Or was Roberto really there? I don't know. Because then he
interesting.
comes out, and he's not even out there, and then he shows up in the doorway to the room later. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they have a little bit of a tussle. But there's not actually, that's not when they have their big fight, right? Because it's just like Roberto is like, oh, you're going to fucking die now. And he shoots Lunge, but it happens off screen. So we don't actually see.
So, because we already saw this part for the most part in a previous one. Like, we know Lunge went to that hotel room, but then we never, like, finished up with what happened. So it feels like this is like the, oh, remember when we left you there? This is what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, because then we cut to the opening credits
Yeah.
and all that. And then we cut back and we're eulogizing our best friend in the whole wide world, Grimmer. And I hate to see that man just laying there lifeless because he looks so empty without that big smile on his face.
It wasn't even that. He was, like, gray.
Yes, it's
That
so
bothered me.
sad. I don't
Yeah.
like that. This show depicts death so good. And they depict a lot of different things so good because actually when Vim is talking here, it like cuts to just a close up of his face. His eyes are like red rimmed because he's been
Yeah.
crying so hard. Like
Yeah.
you can see it in his face how much he's been mourning. Just excellent work on this animation, man.
Did you notice this while he was laying there? He was too big for the couch that they put him on, so they pulled up a chair
Oh.
to put his feet on so that he could lay fully flat.
Oh, I didn't notice that. He's
Yeah.
a tall man.
He is a big man. Oh, I mean, I know this is going to happen later,
Hmm.
but we found out what was in the bag.
We did. That was so exciting too when that happened. I wrote that down. I was like, we finally know.
I know. I go, oh, they're saying it. I didn't think they'd say
A double
it.
bag.
So, okay. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
open up, literal, just tons. I mean, they're showing off just all these dead people.
Yes. Dead people fucking everywhere.
All over the place. We do Lunge going in there. He does get shot.
Mhm.
We did eulogize Grimmer. And we cut back to Lunge and Roberto, and we get like, no, wait.
No,
Yeah.
before that,
No, that's right. We don't yet.
because Tenma is like, he
Well-
leaves. He's like, I got to get out of here. And,
So this does happen before, because they keep going back and forth, because I took notes this time. It does go back and forth here, because, now this was in the last one. I think I started the show, so I thought it was a previous episode. I did start these, like, way earlier in the week, but I watched them all, like,
Mm.
literally last night.
Okay.
But Lunge does get shot, right? And
Mhm.
then he's, like, laying there, and he's like, oh, so you're Roberto. And he knows him. He knows
He
who
does know him,
is.
yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm actually not Roberto. I don't have a name.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I usually take pride in knowing the name of the person who's going to kill me.
Yeah, being that I'm a member of law enforcement, I'd like to know the name of the man who's going to kill me.
Lunge's a fucking badass, man.
Hell yeah, he is.
He is kind
Man,
of a badass.
I've come around on Lunge. I hated him for the first, 50 episodes he was around because he's just such a bumbling fuck up for a dude that has a hard drive in
yeah.
his head. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
By the way, that line is in my fucking notes, and I was like, I don't know that I love him because he did say this.
He's corny as shit, but he's so badass at the same time.
Yeah.
He is a man of many faces and one real face.
Yeah. So
But-
he acknowledges that he knows Roberto. He's like, but I want to know the name of the man that killed me. And then, yeah, there is a shot. And we cut to the thing, and we come back to the hotel with Grimmer.
Yes.
And then Tenma's leaving, and Klaus is like, Klaus Pope, or Mr. Bonaparte, whichever one you want
Yeah.
to call him. He's like, I'm going to come with you because I got a gun too, and I'll help you save this old Lunge fellow. And he's like, Grimmer gave me this letter that Lunge found at the Red Rose Mansion. Let me just bust this out and read it and fuck up your whole day, Bonaparte.
Yes. So I think it is important to denote that it is Klaus Pope, because there is a moment later when the name Bonaparte comes back around, and I think that that's important. Okay. So right now he is calling him Klaus Pope.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, here's a love letter that you wrote. So Pope did truly fall in love with the twins' mom. And it seems like he wanted to stop the experiment, right? Like that's kind of what we get from.
So he said, because remember we had theorized that the 42 people were like the other parents. So it was like, since they didn't give me the experiment that I wanted, we just wipe them all out and I keep the one that did it. But it's actually because he fell in love with the mom, so I want to get rid of everyone part of the experiment so that there's no ties to come follow us to find us.
Yes.
Because he wanted to like run away with her.
Oh, it's totally fucking nuts. I did not expect that at all. So one piece of like literature from the letter that he wrote, he said the most sinful deed is to take away a person's name.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give your name back to you now. And your name is Anna. So we find out the twins' mom's true name is Anna, which is also what, baby Nina was called.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably intentional, like, because he took the child and, like, probably named her after the mom just as an honorary thing for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Pope did really fall in love with the twins' mom, and like you said, he decided to fucking kill everybody, and that's where the Red Rose incident came into play. So we thought that it was a whole, deeper, more
cover up for maybe a more cover up to hide the experiment, but it was more a cover up to escape with his love.
Yeah.
Still a cover up, but not as nefarious.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess.
Nefarious for a different reason.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of did not expect that at all, honestly.
Yeah. I didn't either.
I don't know what I thought. I guess I just thought maybe I don't know why he like ran away to this town, Yeah,
I really thought we were going to have like more loose ends than we ended up having, because I thought that the Red Rose was never really going to be answered, like all those people died and we don't really know why, we don't know who did it.
Yeah.
And we still don't really have like solid answers for most stuff. We can get to that in the back half of the episode, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so kills everybody at the Red Rose. That's the memory that baby Anna has, and that is like the incident that kind of sets off the whole chain of events that we have.
Yeah.
When you think about it, because like that's her origin story of like how she got so fucked up in the head, and then she went home and told Johan all that shit, and then they tried to escape. Up in the head. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the impetus right there. So it's kind of funny that it came from an act of love, now that I'm like putting it together.
Yeah.
Like the core of the quote unquote monster right now is the ultimate devotion and love, like trying to escape with somebody that you've wronged.
Yeah. That's what they were calling the perfect suicide, remember? They were calling it the one true act of love or something.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, good connection. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said that. I didn't make that connection before. So,
Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to hotel wherever down.
I have no idea what the second hotel is called.
It's Burbach, I guess.
Yeah,
Bergbach. Burbach.
Okay.
I kept
thinking it was Burbank.
I was calling it Burstock. I don't know where an S came in there, but whatever.
Birkenstocks. Hotel Birkenstocks.
So then we cut back to Roberto and Lunge, and that shit. Okay. So we cut back, and it turns out Lunge shot Roberto from under the chair, through the chair, man.
Craziness. Got him right in the gut, too. We know that's not a good shot.
And so he gets up there, and he's all like... So Roberto's laying there, and he's like, oh, man, I mean, no surprise that you figured out who I am, because, you pretty much just do whatever you want, huh? You probably dug too deep into a senator, probably got in trouble at work, so now Tenma's the only thing you really have. Pretty much, you don't hang out with your daughter anymore, huh? And your grandson calls her new man Grandpa, and I was like, this is really fucking weird.
Yeah. He like just starts pulling out kind of all the hurtful shit. He's talking
Yeah.
about like your grandchild calls somebody else granddad, and they have
Shut up.
it really
Yeah.
gets to him.
It
They have
does.
a fight, like a full on knockdown drag out fight. Like
Dude, he kicks Lunge and he like flies out of the room somehow.
he fucking picked him up and threw him at one point. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like this is the most bodying fight. And in my head, I'm like choreographing it in a real live version too. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, how would they do this? How would they make this work?
And that sucks because Roberto then like grabs him and goes, "Can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book a second time, like the shower thing, you stupid shit." And then
Yes,
they
I
do
know.
just fucking knock down. They're headbutting and noses are bleeding and
Yeah, it's a nasty fight.
yeah. And so then Roberto like literally pins down his arm with the gun in it, and then he just sits on him.
Yeah, which he's a big man. Like Lunge is already like a pretty
yeah.
big man, but Roberto is just like so overpowering. He's
Yeah.
tall, he's stacked, he's just a large individual.
Yeah. And then so he's like, he basically just says that he's going to kill him now because he wants to see the thing that Johan has been telling him about. He's like, I haven't seen it yet, but I know that once you're out of the way, I'm going to go meet up with Johan and he's going to show me the thing that I haven't seen yet.
Yes.
And you're like, what does that fucking mean? What are you talking
What is he
about?
talking about? And he has this like whole speech. He's like, because Lunge is still like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And Roberto's like, you want to know who I am? I don't know. I have no name. I have no country. I have no memories. I have nothing before Johan came and plucked me out of the orphanage. And he fucking starts talking about the orphanage.
Yeah.
This part made me sick. So we're cutting between Roberto talking about the orphanage and then cutting back for some reason to Grimmer's eulogy. And I was like, these are two strange scenes to stitch together. Like we had this sweet moment where they're all remembering Grimmer so fondly with Vim, and he's still eulogizing him to this old couple that won the lottery that's just here for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And then we're cutting back to Roberto choking out Lunge, and Vim is, sharing all these wonderful things. He's like, yeah, this guy didn't know his name. Like, he was such a good person, though, that he wanted to remember everything about everybody else in the orphanage. So, like, he told me about his friend who loved bugs so much, and every time that there was a bug inside, he would capture it and take it outside so nobody would have to kill it. And he really, really loved hot chocolate. Then we fucking cut back to Roberto. And Roberto is like, the only memory I have of this fucking orphanage is how much I loved the goddamn hot chocolate.
Till I met Johan and he gave me that drink. So like Johan somehow knew.
my
So
God.
like Johan sparked that in him to make
Yes.
him want to follow him even, And then that's my note. I was like, Roberto is Grimmer's fucking friend from 511 Kinderheim.
Yes.
Blah.
That blew me away. I did not expect him to I thought Roberto was just going to be like some nameless assassin, just some grunt that follows Johan because Johan is so charismatic. But no, Johan knew this guy probably because he was at Kinderheim at the same time, right? And
Well, no, because Grimmer and Roberto are probably like 40s, maybe.
yeah.
And
Grimmer was
Johan's
44
like,
on his headstone.
Yeah, like 20. So they were like
true.
within like one of the first rounds of it.
Okay, yeah.
And Johan came in later, killed his whole group, and then I guess found some people that were left over and like plucked that dude out.
Yeah. So
Fucking
Adolf Reinhardt
nuts.
was the name of Grimmer's good friend who ended up fucking being Roberto.
Yeah.
Which is just so nuts. That was
does make the most perfect sense though, because why else do we have the line from Grimmer where he's like, I only die when the last person that knows me dies, which would be that kid that I told myself to. So like we've already dropped a hint that person is probably alive.
Yeah.
Because why else bring it up? But like here he is. So now we know, Grimmer is alive as of right now because his memory is in that guy.
Did Roberto and Grimmer never meet?
No, they never interact in the show ever.
Man, they do that so carefully too, because they're both such huge major characters. And I guess Roberto did disappear for a very long time, which resulted in so many Roberto moments.
Yeah.
When he came back. And during that time was when we were having our fun with Grimmer. So yeah.
And you know what's more ridiculous? Tenma actually says in this show, Roberto. I was like, hey, he stole the line. But yeah, what a wild, like, last random connection to make. We didn't even need to do that. Like you said.
No, we didn't.
If he was just a nameless dude, I'm cool with that. But now it's like, that's the fucking guy.
Yeah, we're tying up all these loose ends that we did not know we had.
But it could also be, good word, it's a good word, the dichotomy that they both went through the same thing, and one could come out like Grimmer, and one could come out like Roberto.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
The dichotomy.
Like, I've been busting out that word a lot lately for no fucking reason. That's a good word.
It's a good word.
But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So then, like, he's like choking out Lunge, which is fucking ridiculous because he's
so
talking to him.
Yeah.
Lunge's just got his tongue out like a fucking frog.
So gross.
Not dying, but just...
He's all purple and it's disgusting.
And he goes, oh, well, you know, that fucking Tenma guy shot me in the shoulder, so I don't really have my full strength on this arm, but I'm going to keep going till you die. And then he swaps arms on him.
Yeah.
You know, to try to keep the
Why
pressure
not
up.
use both hands? What are you doing?
I thought that too. I was like, yeah, just use both hands and be done with this.
Yes, like if you really want to kill him, fucking kill him. You have the ability. You're in control.
So then Lunge, like, after he does like the hand switch, he fucking just gets that one hand free.
That was so gross.
And sticks his fucking thumb in that bullet hole in his side. Just...
And he gets in there with it. The animation during this, their entire fight scene is animated so ridiculously well and just so visceral. Like and the Foley work, my God, they pulled out everything for this one. They were like, we need to make this sound like the nastiest, crunchiest lettuce moment you've ever heard. He's just like getting that thumb in that bullet hole and just like blood. The way they drew the blood, so he had that dried blood on his shirt, and then he starts to bleed up the fresh. Oh my God, it was so good.
It was really good. And then you can see that like last bit of like who can like hold on the longest, because like Roberto's got that grip on him, so he's like, yeah, this hurts, but if I can just hang on long enough, he would die. And he's like, if I can just push in here long enough, he'll let go. And it's like, who will fucking win? And Lunge gets the better of him. Roberto lets go. And then Lunge fucking lets this dude have it, man.
He does. He gets on top of him in like one big moment. Like that was really cool. It was watching the roles like immediately switch because he pins him down and he gets the gun in his mouth, that new signature Lunge move that he has, which is so cool. Man.
And I was like, fucking do that and make me so happy right now.
And then he throws that line about like, God, the hard drive in my head isn't adding up.
Oh, yeah, because he's like, Johan's going to show me all this stuff. He's going to show me these things. All of this is so beautiful. And he's like, yeah, but this Johan doesn't even make sense. Why do you even follow him? The hard drive doesn't add up.
So cheesy and off the cuff. Just like, oh, what a weird little line.
I actually did say verbatim. So my note says, according to the hard drive inside my head, this plan doesn't add up.
Yep.
Which it doesn't, because I think that's for our after part. But like, Johan had a plan. Mm-hmm. And I think halfway through the show, the plan changed. And so all of his underlings believe in the original plan, and Johan is doing something different now.
Yeah. I'm curious to dig into the plan later on because I still don't fully understand it, to be honest.
We'll get there. I think I pretty much got something about it. So that happens. And then Nina shows up to Hotel Versteg, wherever they were before.
Before all that, though, we have another conversation with Klaus Pope and Tenma because Klaus Pope has that moment where he's like, yeah, I remember the night that I was watching the news and I saw the twins just pop up for no reason at all. So he saw the newscast that we see way, way long ago in the first episode. It's the head of commerce fleeing Czechoslovakia with his wife, and they have the adopted twins. They're fleeing to West Germany. And that night, Klaus Pope shows up to this dude's house and is like, I'm a refugee too. What's up? Let me look at your twins while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they said something like, "Oh, are you the guy that like helped them escape or something?" He's like, "Yeah, can I just see them
Yeah.
one more time?" Or something.
Yeah,
So
so
he lets
they
them
didn't
just
find it-
stand in their room
yeah, fucking creepy.
and look
Staring
at
him.
them, you know.
Yeah. And then he kept talking too about like the reason he kept drawing the twins. So he was like,
Yeah.
I wanted to capture them surrounded by love and affection, but I couldn't get it because I knew it didn't exist, which I thought
Yeah.
that was an interesting line because we had talked before about like why draw them so many times.
Yeah.
And it was similar to what we had thought because he kept drawing the wife too, and he kept drawing her like sad instead of being angry.
Yeah.
Not the wife, the mother.
Yeah.
So he never was able to get the emotion right on her. And then same thing with the twins in a way, like he tried to draw them with love and light, but they were just not very live, laugh, love kind of people after what they went through.
Kind of fucked him up, guy.
Yeah. So Klaus and Tenma have a moment where they're like, they share in the guilt of bringing Johann into existence because
Oh yeah, because
Klaus
he goes,
Pope-
well, I, made him, like I birthed him, like I had him be made, and then Ten was like, yeah, and then I brought him back to life.
Yeah, exactly. So they both assisted in like creating this monster.
Yeah. And then that's where my note is here. For some reason, like Ten was like watching him tell the story, and they're out in the rain, and they just draw this one drop of rain like run down his hair and like flick off. And I was like, what a weird flourish. I love this. This is fantastic.
Yep. The rain is so nicely animated. They have so many scenes where like we are on the ground kind of looking up at the rain
Yeah.
and seeing all these super tall buildings, but the buildings are like 2 stories at most.
Well, you brought up
And-
the Foley work too.
Yeah.
The rain Foley is fantastic. 'Cause
It's
there's
on
also
point.
a scene, the scene where he's reading the love note. You can
Mhm.
like hear it quietly pattering on like the roof and the sides,
Yeah.
But then Klaus like gets to the door, and then the camera cuts like outside, and it's loud because it would be when
Yes.
you're standing there like at the precipice of where the rain is coming from, and it's just really really good. Like they do the sound great in this one.
I know this is a late recommendation. I know we've said it before. You should watch this show in headphones.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you're coming to this show for the first time in episode 72 and you're like, I should watch this. Watch it in headphones. It changes the game entirely.
Absolutely.
But again, with the rain, like we're always looking up at it in these episodes. And
Yeah.
Nina, a couple points in time, mentions, it's been mentioned in prior episodes with the baby when he was like lighting the
Okay.
Turkish district up. But they mention it again with Johann. Like we're just ants to him. Like he's somewhere watching this from on high, and we are ants in his game.
Yeah.
So that was really cool imagery too, because they do frequently have these zoomed out shots where we're looking from the top down and we're seeing, people go into buildings or like run around and do whatever they're
Like you
doing.
were saying in the last episode, you even said like there's Tenma and then the Vim's dad, the drunk guy, and you were saying how there's lots of like far off shots where they look similar,
Yeah.
So
Speaking of the drunk dude, he shows up kind of at the same time as Nina and Gillen do.
yeah.
So, like you were saying, Nina and Gillen run in.
So they run into Hotel Versteg, and like they're all like guarding down there. So Vim like has a gun, and he's like, "What the fuck? Who are you?" And so Gillen's just like, I'm just a guy. Don't be mad." And then he's like, "You look like the girl in all those drawings I saw." And she's like, "Where the fuck are those drawings?"
She
gets
loses it on this
nuts.
poor kid. It's, where'd you see those? Where'd you see them? Like,
They were at the vampire's house. I just saw a whole bunch from outside.
where is it? Nina's voice acting in this is unhinged.
Yeah.
That actress is like going the fuck off, and she's just doing a bang up job.
I gotta see who she is. Karen Strassman. This is the lady. She's from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
This lady, she is known for nothing that I know. Oh my god, yeah, she's Rouge the Bat in Sonic the Hedgehog. That's cool.
Okay. Hell yeah.
She is a naturalized French citizen, so that's pretty cool.
Good for her.
Alright, yeah, so she's been in some stuff. She's in like a lot of Bleach. She was in Berserk.
Oh,
But in the new show, where Casca doesn't have any real spoken words, she just like coos and caws and stuff.
Okay.
So that's not a lot. She's in Hellsing. So, I mean, she's done some stuff.
Yeah.
She's been around the block. Okay.
She's a star as Nina. Like, I
Oh,
wouldn't
hell yeah.
cast anybody else.
So she runs to, and this was weird. So I want to know your thought on that. So,
Okay.
so she goes to the vampire's house and she's looking at all the
Yes.
photos, but like on the way there, she has this like thought that like Johan will be there.
Yeah.
And so they run in and so Gillen's like, well, there's nobody here. And she's like, but he was right here. He was standing right where I am looking at all these pictures like I was.
And he was crying.
Yeah. And then she starts like freaking the fuck out. And I thought she was going to do the weird like demonic thing again because like she changed again and was all like, I don't even remember what she said to him.
I wrote it down. So there's a really, really cool shot here that was like one of the standout animation moments for me. And it's just another small moment like Monster does. It's a direct top-down shot, and it's just Nina's head. And she just turns her head like almost 180 degrees because she's just like scanning the room and like looking at Gillen. And the way that they do like the slow turn and the reflections on her hair as it changes around the room, fucking phenomenal. I would watch that head turn 100 times.
Yeah.
It's so crispy. So yeah, she's standing there with Gillen, and then she almost becomes her mom because she's having a conversation between like baby Nina and adult Anna, like the mom. So she looks up kind of because they cut it to where like as a child she's kind of like looking up, and then as the mother she's looking down.
Okay.
And as she's looking up she says, "Where did my mother go?" And that line stuck with me. That freaked me out a little bit. Like it, because she was having the conversation with herself but then also talking to Gillen at the same time.
Yeah.
So
which
chilling
that dude
stuff.
cracked me the fuck up because he's just all like, keep talking, tape recorder.
Yeah,
just like holding it close to her.
Takes it out of the pocket. That was ridiculous.
But she almost, because like when she was talking, was it him that was hypnotizing her before?
Yes.
Where she was like, I'm not going to tell you my name. And then she tried to kill him, right?
Yeah.
She went into that voice for like one line. Just
she
one
did.
line. But then like came back out of it. And then started
Yeah.
like answering the questions again, you know?
I should have wrote down the whole conversation because I'm curious now with the knowledge that I have at the end of the show what it would have been like to go back and hear all that again.
So she's going crazy in there and like reliving a whole thing all in her own mind. And then I was like, is she telepathic with fucking Johan? Because like,
I think she is.
I mean, there is twin telepathy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
guess
it's
that's the thing.
I think the show leans into that a lot. Like that's how she knows that he was in this room right here in the spot crying just before we came in. Like,
exactly. But then he goes, do you know where he is? And she just goes, mm-hmm. And just like nods her head yes. And he's like, where? And she just points out to the town. And then like it does this whole like whoosh, like it whooshes through the town to his face. And then like he looks up and I was like, are they fucking linked in a way that they just don't show most of the time? What is going on?
I think that they are. And I think that the link is becoming stronger the closer we get to the end because as Nina is like having these memories of being a child and being so close to Johan, because Johan alludes a billion times throughout the show, like, I am you and you are me. We are the same. We are together. And as she's getting mentally almost regressively aging, like going back into her childhood and reliving the childhood trauma, she's also like peeling back the veneer on the twinship, like being close to him again physically and mentally is renewing that twin bond.
Yeah.
And then she also has a line here. She tells Gillen that if she had forgiven Johan in that moment, because she flashes back to the night where Johan kills the family and asks her to kill him. She says, if I could have forgiven Johan in that moment instead of killing him, I could have prevented all of this. And I thought that was a very interesting nugget. And I wanted to get your take on that too. So Do you think if baby Nina could have truly forgiven Johann in that moment and understood him and the reason, whatever reason he had for like killing every family that was ever nice to them, would Johann have stopped killing? Would that have been the end of it? If she was like, I forgive you, let's just coexist and find a nice pair of parents.
I say no. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I think, I mean, as a child there, he was so implanted with the idea that like all this shit had happened to him instead of to Nina.
Yeah.
And I don't know that like Nina in that moment forgiving him would have wiped the slate clean and made him
that was my thing too.
Again.
Forgive him for what? Killing everybody that gets close to them? Like, he wasn't asking to be he wasn't seeking solace from anything from her. He was giving orders. So I don't know what she needed to forgive him for. You know?
Thinking about it now, maybe forgive him for not doing anything when they were separated.
Maybe.
Because I could feel like they both could carry guilt from that moment, you know, being separated as twins and not having a say in it. I don't know if do you think Johann feels guilt about letting them take Nina away?
No, I don't.
I kind of do. I think maybe that is why he, whenever Nina comes back and tells him all the bad shit that happened to her, he's like, that was me. That happened to me. And he assumes the persona as a way to be like, I'm going to take this off of you because you've already suffered so much.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's very psychologically, like, dense.
I mean, it really, really is. I mean, like we've said, this is definitely a thinking show. You got to be like, what is the deeper thing here? I don't know. I don't know that he, because like you said, he did say, you know, we are one, you know, we're the same or whatever. But I just don't, I never really got the vibe that he ever wanted anything good or to do with Nina. I feel like he always wanted her to do the thing that he was looking to have done. Because there's one thing that I feel like he's always seeking to have happen. But maybe, which is to me, to die. That's his goal, is to die. It always seems to have been. But does he want to die, like you said, because he feels guilty? Like, he could have prevented the things that happened to her. So, if I'm gone... But then, that doesn't atone for what happens to her, for him to die, you know?
Yeah. But I wonder if he thinks that, like, if I can assume those memories and then die, that part of you will die.
Maybe. Maybe so. That's interesting. Okay. I'm into that.
It's hard to get into that psychological space.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with the show is you got to just be like, you have to put aside what you know.
Yeah.
And try to live in a space that you literally just don't know. You don't understand what this kid went through, what these two children have gone through and done, you know?
It's a real exercise in empathy.
Yeah. So then this one ends with my favorite thing ever, which is also the beginning of the next one. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll skip to 73. I'll tell you probably my favorite line in the whole show.
Okay.
It's the drunk dad, walking through town, and he goes, "The devil has come to this town." Drops to his knees. "The devil has come to this town."
Very dramatic.
I loved it. It was so good. So that happens, and boom, we go straight to title card into show 73, which we are going to call different than what is in Wikipedia and other places. This is called Scenery for a Doomsday.
Yes.
What a title. That's a good title.
What a title.
Okay. So, the devil's come to this town.
Yes.
We cut from that. We're just like keeping like drunk dad on the back burner. But why?
Yeah.
Why are we
He's
doing
there.
that? Who knows? And so we pick up with Klaus Pope and Tenma, and they're talking again. Oh, who? Somebody comes by. Oh, Vim and
Just them.
yes, just Vim. He shows up and he's like, "Oh my God, this beautiful blonde girl showed up and she was looking for those paintings and I told her to go to the vampire's house." And Tenma goes, "Nina, are you talking about Nina?" And then boom, Klaus Pope, instant tears. You just see him crying,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Is that what they call her? Is that her name?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's the name they gave her, Nina Fortner." And he goes, "That's a really pretty name. That's really nice. I like that. That's really nice." And so
And then
they're all
Vim-
chit-chatting. Oh,
Vim has
yeah.
a line there for Klaus. He says, "I know it's really important to cherish your name. It's what you've always told me." And I was like, man, they're really like leaning
Like-
into that.
So because you brought that up, and knowing how anime works and operates,
Okay.
we're trying to do like too much like, yeah, look at all the atonement that this guy has. Look at how much he's changed.
Mm.
Don't you love him? Do you like him at all still?
Me?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
such a
feel
struggle.
anything for this guy. I feel
It
nothing
sucks
for this guy.
because-
I don't care that he said that we could write postcards now.
I love
You were a wild guy.
the hotelier. I love him talking about the postcards. I love his relationship with Vim and how he's like helping him even though his dad's a mess. I love that he
Yeah.
is kind of the glue of this town, you know? He's like living in the old vampire's house being creepy and shit, but like actually is a real sweetheart and
Yeah.
is, you know, the face that the town sees when they come in. I love that. I don't love and can't forgive Klaus Pope for all the shit that he did. Because
think
like what
that's
the
what I was
fuck do you
thinking.
mean?
I think we come in like, of course, if we lived in the town, that's the guy we know. We love him. We think he's great.
Yeah.
But we are coming to this town with 30 books in our back pocket,
50 years of sin.
a whole bunch of fucked up kids. We're coming in with a Grimmer that can't cry for his dead kid. I
Yeah.
have zero sympathy for this man trying to atone for what he did. Is too little, too fucking late, man. You waited till
Yeah.
you were 80 years old to care now, you know?
I
No.
know. Like in my head, they're two separate characters. I can't marry
Kind
the two
of.
up.
Okay.
Like it's impossible for me. Like I recognize that this is Klaus Pope, but I can't picture this guy being the one that tortured so many people and did eugenics experiments.
Oh,
and
so see? Okay, last episode, what did we say was the whole allegory for this stuff? How you can have, like, served in the SS and then go live
Yeah.
a normal life. And
Yes.
so that's the whole thing. Like, you're saying, like, we can't marry that, but you can just see it on his face. It weighs on him so much. Like, he looks like he lives a horror in his mind all the time.
yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
They do a good job of like pulling that out in the animation too.
They really do. So that happens, and then boom, what the fuck happens? Johan happens.
Johan is here.
He just walks up in that piece.
I love the moment he shows up because the whole show changes at that point. Like everything goes sepia toned. There's this
Yeah.
horrible like wah, like this groaning noise that just takes over and like becomes the entire show for 30 seconds. Like
Yeah.
it's a very long period where Tenma with the most wildest look in his eyes is just like staring like it's ultimate fear and you feel it through the screen.
Yeah.
Like it's so well communicated through the animation.
I mean, this is it. This is
Yeah.
the thing we've been waiting on. These two people are now, I mean, we've already had them together at the burning library, you know.
Mhm.
They've been right there, but like Ten's changed. Our goals
Yeah.
are a little different now. We've shot people. We've killed people. You know? Like,
Yeah.
well, we haven't killed people. He
He's
didn't kill anybody, right?
I don't think he's killed anybody. No, because he shot Roberto.
Yeah.
Did he? I think he
He-
killed one person.
he-
right?
Double shot that one guy we talked about. He shot
Yes,
twice.
he did. Yeah,
Who was
and that guy did end up. You know what? No, he saved that person because he drove him to the hospital, and he was. But then he drove away. He told that's the guy that he left in the car, and he told.
That's right. That's the apprentice guy.
Yes, the Devil's Apprentice. Yeah, because
Yep.
he told Ava, like, go call the cops and tell them there's a dying guy here. And we don't really get resolution.
Loose thread. Because we don't hear about that guy again.
No, we don't. Yeah. We don't have any resolution on whatever the hell happened to him. I don't like that, actually. I would love a piece of resolution there.
I may have to look something up in like a, hey, edit this out kind of thing. Because I have answers about things. I have answers. And I kind of forgot to find that answer.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, cool. Got the answer. Nice. I have an answer for you for later.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. We don't touch on that again in this show at all. So now I
Right.
just thought, ooh, that is a loose thread. Because Tenma did double tap that guy, and we just see Ava crying in the car with him.
Yeah. I think we hear sirens,
We do.
but it's not.
like,
Okay.
we can only imply that means they got there in time.
Right. Because he had,
You
like,
know.
the death eyes going on and the
Yeah.
chapped lips and
Yeah.
everything. So,
Yeah, guys, make sure you got chapstick at all times. It'll save your life, hands down. So yeah, Johan shows up, and I did notice that too. Johan has a more full color palette, and Tenma's
does.
is very like muted. It's very weird. There was a big stark difference when they would go back and forth between the two of them. So Tenma's like about to pull out his fucking gun for him, and then he just gets fucking bam, pistol whipped, and you're like, what's going on? And it's old Klaus Pope. He's like, this is mine to handle. I have to deal with this. You
Yeah.
get away. This is mine. So he fucking pistol whips Tenma, and then you kind of get like a little bit of like him thinking back again. And he's thinking back to like when he did the killing at the Red Rose mansion with all the wine and
Yeah.
stuff. And he was talking to Nina there. Oh no, because right then Nina and what's his name show up. No, wait. They show
they
up
don't show up yet.
after, yeah. But he's thinking about it, thinking about the twins again, and he has a line that was really wild that I did write down. 'Cause
Yeah.
he had killed all 42 of those people with the wine, and he puts his hand on Nina's face, and he says, "You are both beautiful, shiny jewels, and that is why you must never become monsters."
Yeah.
So I think when he was looking at Johan, he was thinking like, yeah, I really did want to save you guys from the life I was creating.
Mhm.
Like, he has repented. Like, he
He
really
has.
has. But I don't, like you said, forgive him. I still don't
Yeah.
forgive what you've done. Like, that was a lot, dude.
It was a lot. You made up a whole fucking orphanage and did a
Yeah.
lot of experiments on a lot of children. But yeah, he tells her, like, people can become whatever they want to be. Don't be a monster.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that.
run away from this place.
But like he's pointing his gun at Johan. He's walking toward him very deliberately, very slow, and he's saying, "Let's die, you and me together." Like he's like, "Let's end it.
This will be
If
the
you
end.
and I."
All of
Yeah,
it's
I think
forgiven and safe.
I think that this part here, he's trying to protect Nina still.
Yeah.
Because, he had that moment with her. He was like, you can become whatever you want. And obviously Johan is the one that is so fucked up and is stopping Nina from becoming anything.
Yeah.
So he's thinking like, if I die and if Johan dies, that severs all of Nina's ties. That gives Nina the perfect suicide, basically. But
Yeah.
she can still live on and have
Yeah.
a new life. So Nina, or Anna Liebert is dead. Nina Fortner can go on.
Yeah. So that's going to happen. And then, boom! Out of fucking nowhere. Shot to the neck. Bonaparte is just unceremoniously fucking gone. That's it.
Yeah. And then the opening credits roll. It's the longest fucking opening that we've had so far. I was like, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Oh,
So-
I did think that. You're right. I was like, what is going on? Where's the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 6 minutes before they get to the opening. I was like, God damn, I forgot the show was like in progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they focus it on his face as he's dying for a very long time. And it's just so like horrific. Like the slack mouth and like the blood. It's just like so
It was.
You can see it in his face. All the regret of 1,000 lives. It's
Yeah.
just on him.
And I think they do it in slow motion for so long because it was also like the only real tie. Because I was like, well, what happens to Tenma now?
Yeah.
What's going to happen here? Because I thought he would kind of be the thing to help him, you know, his like get out of jail free card. Also, Grimmer died with the hope that he would fucking atone by letting people know what happened. Well, now he
Yes.
can't fucking know what
Fuck.
happened. We can't know now.
I didn't even think about that shit, man.
Grimmer's whole life was spent to make sure that man lived to tell the tale, and he fucking is just gone in a fucking second out of nowhere.
Yeah.
From Grimmer's best fucking friend, Roberto.
Yeah. We zoom out, and it's Roberto who has shot this guy. And so as Klaus Pope falls here, this is where Tenma yells out, Mr. Bonaparte.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
But see, Tenma never quit calling him Bonaparte. He always calls him that.
Okay.
So I think because that's what he was introduced to him as first, kind of
Yeah.
like us. Like, I kind of call him Bonaparte, but his name is Klaus Pope. But that's like the last
Yeah.
real name we get introduced to. So it's like Tenma can't get past that introduction, you know?
I was thinking of it as like Mr. Bonaparte is the hotelier. He's the one that is like,
Okay. So
But
he's
honestly-
like, no, because Bonaparte is the guy who led the experiments.
yeah. So
Bonaparte is
Tenma
the
knows
bad
Bonaparte
name.
as the bad man.
You're
and
right,
Klaus
yeah.
Pope really is the reformed one who's living here.
Yeah, because Klaus Pope is the name on the thief book.
Yes.
So Klaus Pope should be the good name.
No, Klaus Pope is the name on the Prince of Peace book or whatever. Because the name on... Shit, who was on the Peace book?
The German name. No, because that's Klaus Pope.
Yeah.
Here, the
There's like
Prince of
one...
Peace monster book.
Who wrote... Let me scroll back up on my notes because I feel like I wrote down who wrote
Okay, hang
the
on.
thief book.
Says it was written by Franz Bonaparte under the pen name Klaus Pope.
The thief book?
No, the Prince of Peace. That one does say Klaus
Okay.
Pope. It sure does.
Okay. Das Ruhenheim, the book about the thief, was written by Helmut Voss.
That's
So that is
it.
a one-off name.
That's the one-off name. You got it.
So yeah, the Prince of
Okay.
Peace one, like it's interesting.
That is interesting because that's the only one with Klaus Pope on it, and it says incidentally his real name.
And Bonaparte wrote, A Monster Without a Name. He wrote all the creepy books, the big eyes and the big mouth.
Yeah, I want to know because like known works. Let's see. Okay, so we have My Garden. That was by Emile Serbe. Where Am I? Klaus Pope. The God of Peace. Klaus Pope. The Man with the Big Eyes and the Man with the Big Mouth was by Jacob Farabeck.
Oh,
Then The Nameless Monster is Emile Serbe. Not even
there's so many.
Bonaparte. Actually, none of these are by Bonaparte.
So Bonaparte was only the name that he used when he was like running Kinderheim and the Red Rose.
Yeah. He's not an author at all.
That's wild.
See, we're saying this wrong the whole time. Interesting. Because these are like all the books that like we were told about, and that's the list of them. None of these have that name on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking weird.
So yeah, Bonaparte. Like, why is Tenma mourning Bonaparte when he really should be mourning Klaus Pope?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Okay. So yeah. Fucking Roberto shoots him, and I really thought Johann was gonna get like fucking pissed. But he didn't get pissed off about it. He just kinda like stands there, and then Roberto's like, so do I get to see it now? Do I get to see it? And like he just like collapses, just crumbles, finally succumbing
Yeah.
from that fucking side wound. And this scene, I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Roberto's
Johann
death scene?
looks down at him. Yeah, and he goes, no, you can't see it. He says he can't see it for some reason.
He said, "You can't see it now. You're not able to."
Yeah. And then there's a raindrop
Yes.
that falls on his face and runs across his eyeball and then out like a tear. And then he died.
Yes, I thought that was really
I love
Just
that.
poetic.
Because
I don't know why.
he also can't cry.
Yeah,
so
because
the only way he could cry was through that.
fucked up like Grimmer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the scenery for a doomsday is, and I don't know why Roberto can't see it. Is it because only the person who was going to kill Johann can see a scenery for a doomsday?
I think it's more fully understanding Johann's mindset. Roberto's just
Okay.
a follower. He can't
Yeah.
see it because he can't lead enough to be able to see that. He's just going to follow what Johann says, but he's not visionary enough. But maybe it is also because he says, "You see it, don't you, Tenma? You see it?" Because basically Tenma can also see that, like, this is the only way. Roberto doesn't have this only way mindset. Like, he is just going to follow and do what he's told. But, like,
Yeah.
Tenma can realize, because the idea, I think, for Johann, because he brought this up before, to be born is nothing. Like, who cares that you were
Mhm.
born? Because the one thing that we all have is that we'll die.
Yeah, so
So-
he says to Tenma here too.
Yeah.
He says, "For you, all lives are created equal, but you finally come to realize now that only one thing is equal for all, and that is death."
Yeah. See, Roberto doesn't see that. He doesn't
Yeah.
see the big, like, Johann's selling an idea. He's trying to get Johann to understand what he sees as the one truth, which is that everybody's just going to die, so what's the point?
Right.
Right? And so if Tenma can finally let go of all lives are equal, and since we're all going to die, it's okay if I let this guy die, then he finally can understand that aspect. And that scene was terrifying, by the way. Like, when they, like, transport to scenery of
The
a
scenery
doomsday,
for a
just
doomsday,
the
yeah.
wind's all crazy and stuff, and that's the fucking opening we've been watching the whole show.
Yes.
That's
that was
been the ending of the intro this whole time.
Yeah, and it's also where the twins passed out on their journey across the border. Like, that's
Yes. Yep.
that little place where the cops found them. Not even just the cops, the guy. Was it Bonaparte? No, it was Wolf.
it was Wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yep, you're gonna kill me." Then Nina shows up with Gillen, and she's like, "Don't do it, man, because he's not worth it. He's a punk. Don't do it."
Yeah, basically.
And so Tenma's
Um,
like, kind of on the verge of doing it. But maybe
Well-
I won't do it.
So Nina, in that moment, is like, "Johann, I forgive you." Like, she wants to give him that forgiveness that she couldn't give him as a child to
Yeah.
try to save him one last time, basically. And
And that's why I just don't think it would ever mean anything. Because he is looking for
Yeah.
the thing he wants. And it's to die.
yeah, because he says to her, like, some things just can't be undone. There's no turning back. Like, your forgiveness
Yep.
means nothing.
And then pulls out a fucking gun from his pocket and goes, "Hey, you're gonna have to kill me or I'll shoot this fucking kid in the face."
Yeah. It's
And it's just-
literally the trolley problem over and over and over again. Like,
Yeah.
the trolley problem, like, the core of it. Like, of course, you kill one person or change the track. It's kill 5 people or change the track and kill one person.
Yeah.
And that is at its core what Monster is about. But the problem that a lot of people kind of gloss over in the trolley problem is your action is what's going to kill the one person. You have to
Yeah.
physically pull the lever and say, "I'm killing this person." Whereas if you're just, an innocent bystander, you're not killing anybody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where Tenma has been his whole life. Like, he's not going to take an action that's going to kill someone
Yeah.
unless it's going to save the lives of a bunch of people. But he's still really
Yeah.
struggling with that for over the course of 74 episodes.
Yeah. And so Tenma, Johann's giving him that final ultimatum now.
Mhm.
But it's always been a test because remember I even said when we met the guy at the end of 69, maybe like 68, I think. He's like, "Hey, Johann, you want me to kill anybody for you? Like, what's going on with your life?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, so who do you want me to kill?" And he's like, "Right here." And the guy didn't do it, so he kills him.
Mhm.
Like, he always touches his forehead when he's like, "This is where I'm going to die." Like, right here.
yeah.
Somebody can end this and kill me right now. Every time he's touched his head, he's been willing to stand there and die.
Yeah.
And then when they fail the test, he takes an action. Like he He's planning on dying here, but if you don't,
Yes.
I know where I'm going to go next.
Yeah, that really is his ultimatum.
Yeah.
You're totally right in that. Because I know that he's always made that gesture, and like that is the Johan gesture. Like, right here, buddy, fucking put one here.
He did
And
it
I
to
never-
Nina in the mansion, that castle
Yep.
thing. He did it to Tenma in the burning library.
He did it to baby Nina the very, very first time he ever
Yeah.
passed her a gun.
Yeah, like that's his thing. He just wants to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for him. And we'll get into that when we discuss like the whole thing later.
Yeah.
But so when he doesn't, he pulls the gun out on Vim to shoot him. And when he pulls the gun out, because he was still Johan, those eyes, those like sharp eyes, like, yeah, go ahead right here. But when it
Mhm.
doesn't happen and he pulls out the gun, his eyes are manic. They're like
Yeah.
sad. He's like, why won't this happen?
Mhm.
Why do I have to go to this extreme just to fucking die? Is like the feeling that gives, you know?
Why do you think Johan has never tried suicide? Is it because he wants the perfect suicide? He's been waiting this whole time to like really sever each connection? Do you think it's part of his plan that he needs someone else to do it?
I think we'll get into that when we dig in more. But
Okay.
because there's a connection that has been made to me now.
I'm going to write down a couple of thoughts before I forget
That
them.
like it relates to the rooftop game.
Okay.
So basically that rooftop game is so essential to his thing. Like if you don't die, you just keep getting chosen by fate. And I feel like if you do it
Yes.
yourself, fate's not choosing you because you're taking fate into your own actions. If someone else takes the action, that's fate at play.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I
I did
mean? So,
write
like,
down fate to
can't
talk
do it.
about later too. Because there's a big theme of that throughout
Yeah.
the entire show.
So he's got Tenma on the ropes and he's just about to shoot him, and then
We zoom in on Tenma's fucking trigger finger and he's squeezing it.
he's doing it, and then there's a shot, and we
Yep.
don't know what fucking happened again.
And then we cut
Fucking
to the
other
mid credits.
And Johan is just, I mean, assumed dead. I mean, he just got shot, you know. So we don't
We
know.
don't even, yeah, so we see Johan fall down. That's right. We
Yeah.
do see Johan like fall at this point, but it's unclear what has just happened. We didn't
Yeah.
actually see Tenma shoot, and then like boom, mid credits. And then when we
Yeah.
come back, we're looking at a different scene entirely.
And it's drunk dad walking through town, and he's just like, everyone's fucking dead, and the devil came to town, and he's like poking like dead bodies, going like, have you seen my
Yeah.
son? Have you
That
seen my
part was a
son? Has
little
my son been
depressing.
here? Oh, where's my son? I'm so alone. And then he sees his son with Johan pointing the fucking gun at him. And he's like,
yeah,
that's my
he's
son.
walking up
That's
on the
my
scene from
kid.
a totally different direction
yeah.
that we don't even see.
And he just, his hands are so shaky and stuff. It is a miracle he actually hit that guy.
I know. Yeah. So I love the way he like loses it a little bit. He points the gun at him and he's like, what the hell is that thing? What is that?
Yeah.
Get away from my son. And he's like, he's seeing something that we are not. And
Yeah.
the fucking weirdest thing to me, I vividly remember at this point in the show, because I remembered who killed Johan. I was like, okay, I know this.
Okay.
But in my mind, I can physically see the show that I watched before. When he points the gun at him, the camera pans up to Johan in such a way that we see a little bit of the scene at a time. It just like pans up through
Okay.
Johan standing there. We see Vim, we see Johan's head. And in that, I remember distinctly that in the final pan up to Johan's head, he's actually got horns growing out of it.
Okay.
And that didn't fucking happen. So I went on a Google search and I was like, Johan with real horns. Johan horns. Johan many horns. I can't
Okay.
find fucking anything that's not just fan art. So I myself find I identify with the drunk here because I'm like, I totally saw that guy with fucking horns.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Or trying to. Alright, so mid credits, there's Dad. Okay. I'm looking for like a shadow or something maybe. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, in my head, the horns are so clear as day. Like, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the slow pan up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slow pan up. He's freaking out. He's pulling up the... This scene is so drawn out, too.
It is.
No reflection in the eyes. You know. Yeah. I mean, there is nothing.
No horns at all. Not a sight or a shadow.
No. Nothing. So, by the way, that is the best fucking transition. The barrel of the gun when he shoots Johann turns into the top of the helicopter blades when it transitions to the next scene. That's just
I didn't even notice that.
fucking phenomenal. So, yeah, he shoots him. Drunk dad defends his son. Yeah, the news shows up. They're all reporting on the town.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this guy was standing there with 7 heads and many horns.
Yeah. But
apparently, that line, that phrase is said in this show way early on. They bring up
1.
Yeah, they bring up a monster with 7 heads and many horns or something.
Yeah, in the very, very first episode, it's the opening quote. Like, as we open, it has a little, it's from the Bible or something, Genesis maybe. And it says, like, a monster with 10 heads and 7 horns or something like that will come to destroy the earth. And that's what this dude is fucking seeing.
Yeah.
So
that was mid-credits, and yet nothing really happens by the end of this. There's a couple little things.
They start to wrap up a lot of shit here. So we see it's the start of the epilogue basically. So Gillen shows up and he's like, "Hey, I had this like whole notebook of information that like Johann was trying to do a complete suicide." He's talking to the police and the police are like, "What the fuck are you talking about, complete suicide? I don't get that." So he's trying to explain all of that.
Even if I did tell you the whole story, you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah. I wrote this quote down. I don't know who said it, though. I should have written that part down. I wrote down, "I still can't see it. The scenery for a doomsday." Was that Lunge?
No, that was Roberto. Right as he went to die. He was like, "I still don't see it." And he's like, "You can't see it. You're not allowed to," or whatever. And then he was like, "Oh, fuck." And he died.
But I think Lunge said this part because that's when Lunge comes out on the stretcher. He's ready to testify, and he's like, "I'm this dude named Roberto. He's the one that did everything."
Because the cop goes, "I don't trust any of you. Is there any law enforcement that has been here that can give a statement?" And then Lunge goes, "Yeah, that's me, but I don't have my badge. Hi, I'm Lunge. I have typewriter hands."
Yeah, I think it's Lunge who says this. "I still can't see it. The scenery for a doomsday." I think maybe Roberto was like rambling to him about that too. I don't know. It's somewhere in his computer head.
Actually, you're right, because I wrote scenery for a doomsday at this part of my notes. I wrote it right there, right after the 7 heads thing. So yeah,
weird.
It must have been him that said it, because he's probably trying to understand what the fuck that meant. You know?
Yeah, because it doesn't match up with the hard drive in his head.
Yeah.
And then we see the lottery couple come out, and they're like, "We survived. Let me get my ID. Oh no, I lost my wallet with the whole ass lottery ticket in it." And they have a little moment where the husband's like, "I have to go back and search through this pile of corpses to get our lotto ticket." And the woman is like, "This was fine." Sweet, though. It was really sweet, yeah. Like, the woman, she says, like, "Don't bother. Like, we have each other. We have our lives. That is more than enough. I'm happy just to have survived with you."
Have you not seen this fucking town, bro? And we're going to walk out of here? Let's just go.
Yeah. That's how they won the lottery. Like, you escaped with your life. So that was a sweet little moment.
Yeah, that cop's just walking around like, "You got ID? You got ID? Anybody else got ID? What about you two here on the ground? You got ID?" That dude looks awful Japanese. "Give me a minute. I'll be right back." It is not what is said in the show, but he like...
It'd be really funny
just, like,
if it was.
Has this moment, like, it's super quiet. Like, he doesn't really say anything to them, but he's just, like, staring at him, and then he runs off, whispers to his sergeant or whatever, and they go back and like...
I can't believe this.
"You are the guy. You're the fucking guy."
Mm-hmm.
But while they're being mad at him, Lunge gets put in the chopper.
Yes,
this, like,
directly next to shot up Johann.
Yeah, and he goes, so he's like, "Johann, like, the guy. Oh my God, this is the
Yep.
guy that I didn't believe was real. And he goes, so is he gonna make it? And they go, well, without the world's best neurosurgeon, probably not. And he's like, well, guess what? He's outside.
Yeah.
Okay, this show's in like the 80s, right?
At
No,
this
the
point, we're
90s.
in 1998.
Okay. We lived in this time.
Yeah.
Is it just other countries where you can just forego police operations to go, well, we just need them to do an operation real quick?
I have no
the
idea.
world fucking stops when they need Tenma to do something, and they always let him go do it.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, okay, well, we know you're like supposed to be a serial killer or something, but like, here's this other guy that is definitely a serial killer, and can you just go ahead and save his life?
Like, I was going like, what is the deal? We just forego rules to go like, it feels very other country where like people are kind of first. It's like, you know what? We can arrest him later. Like, yeah, go do this thing because you do seem like you are the only guy that can do it.
Yeah.
It does not feel like this place at all. I can
I don't
definitely
know if
not
it's-
see that this would happen here.
It wouldn't happen in the U.S. I don't know if it's like this only happens in other countries or this only happens in anime type of thing.
I don't know, but they let him go.
Yep.
And then that's the last note I have on here. Tenma gonna save that fool again.
Yeah. So
That's what I wrote.
Tenma is really faced with the decision there. So he's sitting huddled with Nina, and he's sitting there with the decision, just kind of, you can see in his demeanor and eyes, he's like,
Yeah.
here's the fucking choice again. Like the trolley problem, this time it's in reverse though. Like, because
Yeah.
this guy is going to die, and is it right for this guy to die no matter what he's done? So should I pull the switch and save this guy's life, even if he could come back and fucking kill a bunch of more people again?
Yeah.
Or should I just let him die? But I'm a doctor. I can't let him die. And Nina is there with him, sees him struggling, and she's like, I want to forgive Johan. I want the opportunity for us to have that. And you weren't wrong to save his life the first time, and you won't be wrong to save it now.
But so, yeah, he's deciding what he's going to do, and then he gets up, and he's going to fucking go do it.
Yep.
So, off he
And
goes.
that's pretty much where the episode ends. Like, we do see Vim, like, watching his dad get arrested, and he's screaming, and he's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
he just killed one man, the guy that was killing the rest of the town. You gotta let him go. Like, this isn't right. And so Nina is, like, comforting Vim as we see Dr. Tenma get in the helicopter. And I love...
Oh, yeah, and then he scrubs up.
Yeah, he's like, he just scrubs in, and he's like, here we go, Dr. Tenma on duty. And that's where that episode ends. So then we go into episode 74, the final episode, The Real Monster.
Yes.
And this one is the true epilogue. It's just like checking in on all the little
Yeah.
characters we've met so far.
And definitely so, because 72 and 73 have had the same ending credits.
Yes.
This one does not have the
Yes.
same ending credit. So, 74, and I wrote this quote down.
Okay.
So we open with Reichwein doing therapy for Ava, which is great.
Yes.
So she looks all happy. She's nice and good. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I hear you've got a new job. And she's like, yeah, funny enough, I do interior design now. I specialize in kitchens like I've ever fucking been in one. Like, I don't make my own food, but
No, what the hell?
I'm really good at it. And he's like, okay, well, have you had anything to drink? Nope, not a drop. I sure don't do it. And he's like, oh, well, that's good. It's good to stay away from that stuff. And he's like, are you thinking about Martin? And she's like,
Mhm.
yeah. And she, you even said this. You thought like Martin really got to her. Like, we know, like Martin
Yeah.
is the one that literally changed her. Oh, because he said like, it's a good thing you're not drinking, we got to stay happy. And she's like, happiness, that's what he said to me, that he was happy knowing that I could just be waiting at the train station for him or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about Martin? I love Reichwein's voice. He's just a goober.
It's a great voice.
But he says something really, really cool.
Oh,
that
yes, I
love.
did love
Well,
this.
she says it too. So this is a two-part quote, but I wrote down the whole thing.
Good.
He's like, oh, well, are you talking about Martin? And she goes, we're built in such a convenient way. The sad memories fade away until all we have are the happier ones. And then he goes, yeah, well. And that's how we keep living.
Yeah.
Because we lose those sad ones and we have ice cream montages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that quote really just icicle to the heart. Like that's a dagger in a good way.
I love it.
It's really good.
I didn't get emotional in all three of these. Till right now. That quote, that's fine. That's whatever. I didn't really mind. But that was just a really good quote, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Because they did talk about how, like, we're built so conveniently to we lose the things that pain us and just retain the happy things as we just keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's exactly what, like, the character of Dieter is about. And I think Ava's brief time that she's spent with Dieter so far, that has, like, stuck with her.
Telling you, do you know what healed her? That picture of Tenma.
Yes.
He pulled that out and she was like, I'm fixed. You got it.
Thanks, kid.
So then we cut to Wolfgang Grimmer's gravesite. And so they were all like, who is standing there talking?
We got Suk and Vertimon.
That's right. And so Suk's like, yeah, well, he said he didn't even know his name. So do we even know that this is the right name that we put on here? And they're like, well, I guess we don't know. So they're just talking. And then Lunge shows up. And he's all like, yeah, I really wanted to ask him a lot of questions. I had a lot that I wanted to know from him. He was like, but, that's just the way things go. And he's like, but, I always thought that he'd enjoy talking to me over a drink. And he pulls a drink out. He put that fucking beer on his grave. I legit, it was just as bad as when Ellie put the fucking coffee beans on Joel's grave. He dropped that fucking beer down. And I legit, like, completely, like, silent cry, mouth open. I just, like, went, God. I had to, like, rewind it because I sat like that for 5 minutes, silently weeping. It was horrible.
I also had to rewind it at this point because they, like, just do a throwaway comment. They're like, yeah, he had that huge-ass duffel bag, and it was full of all these documents. And I was crying so hard, I like, missed the line the first time. So I went back because I was like, wait, the duffel bag, what? The duffel bag was full of documents on research for human rights violations. And that's what Grimmer had dedicated his life to.
Because they talked about where he all came from. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God. So that's what he was carrying around with him, like the weight of all that research.
Yeah.
That is a huge fucking duffel bag. That is a big duffel bag.
And
imagine
papers?
Full of papers. Like, that's heavy.
Yeah, because he's the fucking magnificent Steinfeld man, Like, he's a monster. So, yeah, that happens. And I just wrote in my notes, Lunge brought a fucking beer. Pissed. And so then we just kind of hear, like, oh, man, who's talking? Rat face guy.
Oh, but Lunge does have, like, one or a couple brief lines. So he says he's no longer an inspector with the police, but he's now actually a professor at the police academy. He's, like, doing that kind of work now. And he's actually frequently emailing his daughter, and he's getting to know her. Because only one thing matters to people, and that's how much we can communicate within our lives.
Yeah. Because that whole postcard conversation really fucking changed his mindset.
Affected him, yes. I was moved by that moment, too. I was like, he's a changed man now. No more typewriter hands. He's trying to be a family man for once.
So we talked about, because I guess we should close this up because we're going to get closures on, like, all these different people throughout it.
Yeah.
And I said it was cool if Lunge didn't make it, but, like, I'm glad he made it, I
am, too. I would have been okay if he died. I guess I would not have been okay.
I fully expected him to die. I did.
I did expect him to die at the hands of Johan, not at the hands of Roberto.
Okay.
I'm glad that he didn't die to Roberto, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, that dude sucks. Yeah, because then he would have had to go in and shower and find someone to fuck,
Exactly. We don't need to see all that again.
That happens. Then we cut to... I can't remember Ratface's dude's name.
Like, Heinkel?
Yeah. And like fucking, like, kind of a big-ass Dieter walking through town.
He's actually, like, grown up now.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yo, is Tenma back in town? Like, I could, really use him for some work." And he's like, "Oh no, he's like really changed his life now. Like, he's in Doctors Without Borders.
Mm-hmm.
He's been cleared of all of his charges. He's just like living
Yeah.
life and having a good time." And then he's like, "Oh, but come on, like I got a job for him. I could do some work for you." And he's like, I got soccer practice. I got shit to do." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, you got soccer practice." Soccer practice.
Soccer
I was like,
practice.
yeah, you need it, man. You need to do that. And he is just like the drawing, the animation of him constantly just like playing with that ball that whole walk.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just got someone to like do it and then animated it because it looks so convincing.
It did look really good, and it sounded really good too. The fucking soccer ball Foley. They do
Yes.
such a good job with it. I love to hear it.
So that was great. And he's like, "Oh, come on, give him this bill. He asked me to do a job, and I don't want to fucking do it. It's hard. I have to find somebody, and it's difficult. Oh, God."
It's annoying.
So that's a nice little bit of closure. Dieter is... And he's got, like, a backpack. So I'm thinking, like, he is in school like Nina wanted.
Yes.
He's getting to do soccer practice like he always wanted. He wants to do that. He's doing it. He's got kind of a friendly thing going on, even with Ratface Guy. Ratface Guy's doing good. Good for him,
Is he living with Ratface? Do you think it's a boarding school?
I don't think he's... No, because he was like, "Hey, where's Tenma?" And he's like, "Hey, man, I'm busy." Like, I feel like they just are in the same circle still, so they just run into one another,
Okay.
I think he lives with fucking Reichwein. But maybe that's just what I want.
I think he does, though, because Ava makes mention, I think, to Reichwein. She's like, give Dieter a good word for me because I miss that kid.
Yeah, that's right.
And Ava actually has another piece of closure. So she is going to go back to Dusseldorf with her interior design job. Yep. And she's like, "Reichwein, I want you to have this scrapbook and please dispose of it because I'm done with it." And we open it up.
That's where we get that he's Doctors Without Borders and all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's the scrapbook that Ava has been keeping of like what Tenma has been doing, basically, like the entire timeline of Tenma. So from when he was first arrested all the way up until current, his being cleared of all charges. And then he was also, I thought this was a little bit silly, he was invited to become a professor at Munster University. I was like, come on, Monster University. We don't need that. But yeah, instead he decides to go work with Doctors Without Borders, which also is known as Medicine Sans Frontiers in Europe, which is why they keep calling it MSF, because I was like, what the hell is MSF?
I'm trying to see if he does live there. Yes, Dieter does in fact live with Reichwein at the end of the series. Yes.
Excellent. I love that.
Cool. Okay. So that happens. We learn about all that. Reichwein's, reading the little thing, telling us all about Tenma. And then, boom, we cut to Tenma walking up into a place, and there's like this
with
nun
his fresh fade.
Back to his original haircut, which I was staring at the other day. Really fucking ugly, because it's like side bangs and then like a square cut in the middle. It's not a good look, man.
I did prefer like long hair, scraggly Tenma. I think it
absolutely.
Kind of suited him.
And he's in southern France. So I was like, okay, why the fuck are we in France now? So he walks in, and this nun's like, "Oh, it's good to see you. We haven't seen you in such a long time." And he's like, "Yeah."
He brings like a box of donuts or something.
I'm just coming to like do a quick visit. And she's like, "Oh, okay, that'll be great. I'll let you in." So he comes in, and he's walking in this nice, lovely, like kind of just open field park area. And there's this lady sitting on a bench. And I'm like, I know exactly who the fuck that's gonna be.
Yep.
And it is the mom.
The mama. She has been alive the whole fucking time. And she's here. I don't know where here is, but she's here. And he's found her.
I thought that was a nun at the front. So I'm thinking that's just like maybe
some kind of abbey, but she didn't have any nun gear on. Was it?
It's probably just to like take care of her.
Yeah, like an old folks home, sort of, but like an open air old folks home because it was like nice and big.
Most like we are in the 90s. In the 90s, we still really hadn't closed a lot of like psychiatric wards.
Yeah.
So this could just be some ward in France. you know?
Yeah, I don't know if France had the same situation that America did, but that could be true.
So he just sits down to talk to her. You know, we're having a nice little conversation. Everything's good. And she's like, you know, I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling like I could even talk some terrifying shit.
I could get into the traumatic stuff if you want, Dr. Tenma.
Got something you want to ask? Because I'm remembering something, and I might want to tell you before I forget it. And he's like, look, yeah, I want to know about that. And then we cut. Oh, no. Well, she goes, well, you know, I gave my twins names, and I want to tell them to you. And you will never know what they are.
I know. She didn't tell. Like, she told him, obviously, but we didn't hear it as the audience.
But guess what? Their name, not important. This name.
Yeah, there you go.
Not important. It's really not important because
It's not.
existed without them as these entities all this time. To have that name now isn't going to change anything for us as the audience. You know,
it's like Klaus Bonaparte or Klaus Bonaparte. It's like Klaus Pope or Franz Bonaparte or Melchior Bay. Like, it's all of those. It's all the same dude.
Yeah. So then they have that conversation. We kind of end it there, and then Nina gets called in.
Mention that she's like, I loved my twins, and she specifically says, I loved Johann, but he was killed by that man.
Yeah. And
I guess she must know that Johann was killed, but I don't know, because like she's like, I loved Johann, but he was killed by that man, and she says, I'll never forgive Klaus Pope. So we know that she never. It was definitely an unrequited love. She never loved him back. It was just a thing. I mean, how fucking could you? He put her through so much.
Remember, she crawled through a fucking air duct pregnant.
In labor.
to run away from him. She's never gonna like that dude.
No. So she's aware that Johann is dead. I don't know if she's aware who killed him or why. But that's, again, beside the point, because like she's got dementia or something.
So she imparts something, the terrifying thing, to Tenma. So question, because I don't think this gets answered, but I think this is the answer. Do you recall after the castle, when Nina's going to kill herself, Tenma runs in, she goes, there's something that Johann knows that I don't. There is a memory all his own that I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think she doesn't remember
the situation,
the thing that we learned about. Yeah. I don't think she remembers that. I think only he remembers that. And I think that's the memory.
We alluded that to like be the time that Johann spent alone burning the house down with mac and cheese, and we're not sure.
We've never really known what it was. Yeah. But I truly 100% believe this is it. I think she meant only he knows the thing that made him so evil. Only he remembers the thing that made him go, I'm going to become this now. And she doesn't even know what that is. That's the memory he has, is the thing that turned him the way he is. And I think that's the point of the ending here. They have their conversation. It kind of ends there. And then, boom, we cut to Nina. Okay, and this is the only note I have here. Nina be running in them heels is what I wrote down.
She is.
So Nina's running. She goes to that professor where we meet her the first time. The first time we ever see her, she's running to that class late in like episode 4 or 5 or something. And she proves she's super smart because she's standing up at the top and he's like, well, who won this case and what was the causality of it and stuff? And she's like, it was all this stuff and this is what happened. And he goes, fuck, you're so smart, sit down.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, here we are again. She's 10 minutes late to this guy, and he's like, you know, you had shit grades. Like, I know some shit went down for you all year, and you've been gone.
Which, like, that part confused me, too. How long has it been? Because we've had so many different conflicting timelines. Is she still 20?
Let's see.
Because he's just like, I know it's been a tough semester for you, like, rough couple of weeks or whatever. It's like, how long?
It's been 3 fucking years, yo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it's been some time because Dieter's had time to age up, and she had.
Or is it because I feel like it's at least been a year since what happened at the end of Ruinheim?
Okay. Yeah, it does seem like time has passed since then for sure because people
Yeah,
are.
because Dieter's definitely grown. He's settled into his school life, it seems like. She's settled back into this role. Tenma's, like you said, been offered jobs. Like,
Yeah, and he's been cleared of all charges. Like, that takes time.
yeah, like all of this wouldn't happen that fast overnight.
It's not been like a couple of weeks. We've had some time.
I think it's been at least a year since Ruinheim, right?
I think that tracks.
How long ago was Ruinheim at the end of Monster? Timeline. This is dedicated to the timeline. Good. Let me see. Oh, shit. It's all written out here. Okay, so we said 1998 was probably about the time that this was kind of ending.
That's when Grimmer's. Like, that's when Grimmer died because that's what's on his tombstone.
Yeah, April Princess. Peter Chapek meets with Johann. Dude, 1999 or 98 is intense. Yeah, okay. The Ruinheim Massacre is 98. Series conclusion is 99. So it has at least been 6 months to a year.
Got it.
Roughly. Okay. So in the past year, she still hasn't been doing great at school because I'm imagining she's been in school for just this semester. But he's like, I understand you had shit happen over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's hard for you to get back into the swing of things. I understand that. She's like, well, it's not an excuse. And he's like, you're right, it's not. But this thesis is fucking bomb. You were like the smartest person I've ever met ever.
Yeah, he's like super impressed with her. And she's like, I'm so happy. And he asks her, like, you know, what do you want to become with all this? And she's like, I'm going to be a lawyer. And I love that for her.
And he goes, objection. Okay, cool. You're good. So then she leaves to be happy. Dieter calls her up and is like, oh my God, are you coming home? Tenma's coming home. And she's like, I'm like doing stuff. And he's like, but Tenma. And she's like, fucking Tenma? Yeah, fuck my friends, fuck everything. I'm running home to Tenma. And so she's just running home. Life's happy. Everything's fucking great. And
I really thought the show was going to end right there. And I would have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah. But then we get one final scene. Tenma goes into a hospital and he sits down at the bed of a comatose Johann. So he did save him, but he has not woken up since then.
And his hair has grown back perfectly.
Yeah,
just like that
always.
Blonde coiffed perfection.
So he's just sitting there and he's all like, can you even hear me? You know, I met with your mom and she told me your name. Mm-hmm. Like, I know your name if you ever want to know it. You're not going to wake up? Damn. He's like, okay, well, I guess this is goodbye then. And then Johann just like is staring at him and he's like, don't you want to know the final piece?
So fucked
Final piece of the puzzle.
I hated when he I don't know what
scare.
Yes, like Johann just there with his eyes wide the fuck open and then Tenma just staring back with his eyes wide the fuck open. Like, it's so scary.
Don't you want to know, Mr. Tenma? The thing that happened to me? And so you basically learn. So, oh, by the way, this was 74, the real monster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which brings up a whole idea here.
Yes.
So then we go into like a flashback, which is, I guess we should assume it's Johann's memory.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think, well, we're going to get there. But basically the idea is Franz Bonaparte showed up and he goes, hey, I want one of these children for the experiment. And I want you to choose who's coming with me. So pick one. And that's the memory that Nina kept having of don't let go of my hand. Because she was looking up at her mom, and her mom wasn't looking back.
Yeah, she's telling her mom, like, don't let go. Do not let go.
Yeah. But
it's definitely Nina saying that to the mom in that moment.
Yeah, but in this scene, we're seeing the left one says it, the right one says it, the left one says it, the right one says it. And then she goes, take this one. No. This one. And then hands one off. So then it comes back to Tenma and Johann sitting in the bed, and he goes, so which was it? Was it a mistake which one of us didn't she need?
Yeah, because at first she does try to give up Johan, say like, here, take
Yeah.
this one, but then pulls him back and is like, nope, take Nina instead.
Yeah.
And like gives up the girl.
But
and
that's what he asked. Did she confuse us?
yeah, because they're both like, he's in the wig and the dress.
Yeah.
So like they were the same kid at that point.
So then he says that line, which one of us didn't she need?
Yes.
And we already discussed how we thought his ego was broken because he wasn't the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
But would him being given away be even worse? If he was the one sent to the Red Rose, because we thought that's what he wanted, would that have
Yeah.
been the ultimate break? That's the
Right.
wrong one. Is the one that got sent there the one that's not needed? You know? So he's just left to wonder which of us was the one that she wanted to give away. And is that good or is that bad? We don't know.
Yeah, because it wasn't like at the end of the day, we had equated Johan's whole break being for the fact that he was not chosen by the experiment.
Yes.
And like he wasn't important enough to be the one who's going to be like, you know, the next super soldier or whatever they were crafting.
Yeah.
I started to think about this too and like what they were truly crafting. I don't think super soldier is the right term. I think that they were looking for like the next world leader, basically, the next head of the movement to kind of get everyone behind something charismatic.
It gets muddled because his experiment, the Red Rose one, was the world leader one. 511 Kinderheim was a super soldier program.
Yeah.
So like it's both.
Okay.
But so that happens. He goes, which one of us didn't she need? And then Tenma wakes up.
Yeah. And Johan is still in his coma. Like that never happened.
Yeah. And Tenma just goes, well, I guess this is goodbye. And he walks out. And then we cut to the window. And we pan over to the bed with Johan gone. And that's the end of the show and the end credits. The whole
Yes,
end
the
credits
end
is
credits.
just staring at that bed. Empty.
Just his empty bed with an open window and the curtain fluttering by.
So, then it comes to a close, and that is Monster.
That's Monster.
Okay, so before we dig into it then, rating. Did you... Okay, because the whole thing is you either like the ending or you don't.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say?
That's what I wanted to get into, I think, because I'm still... Like, in the moment, I was like, okay, that's a way to end it. And then in, like, the maybe 1 to 2 hours afterward, I was like, that fucking sucks. Like, we don't get an answer. We don't get to know, like...
Yeah.
What actually happened. Like, we don't even get to know if that was a real memory or not. We don't...
Yeah. So...
But we're left to assume, right, that...
Yeah.
What the mother told Tenma is that she had to make the choice in the moment.
Yes.
So Tenma gets to put that together, and that's the dream that he has Johan telling him.
Yes.
So that wasn't actually real.
Yeah, I'm officially convinced on that. Like, Johan did not wake up and tell him this.
And that's the memory that Nina does not have.
Yes. Because she kept going like, where did mom go? So she doesn't know what is happening in that scene in her mind. She doesn't know what's happening there.
Yeah.
And she never pieces that together because she even says, well, where did mom go? So she doesn't even know that she was given up in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what she's reenacting when she's in the vampire's house.
Well, I guess we can only assume that's the memory. Well, that has to be the memory Johan has because he was the one that was still there with mom.
Yeah.
Not being tortured at the Red Rose Mansion, you know?
Right.
So that would be the thing that he knows.
A really fucked up version of Sophie's Choice right there. Like, which twin do you love more? And is it the one that you want to keep with you, or is it the one that you want to dedicate to the cause of the experiment? Because obviously she didn't like the experiment.
Yeah.
She didn't want that to happen. But at the end of the day, you were part of it. And if you're going to play a part, wouldn't you want to play the most perfect part? Aren't you going to give up the kid that you think? Yeah, she wouldn't, because she hated Pope right up until the bitter end.
Oh, yeah. But did she really confuse him? You're going to tell me that the mom couldn't know who was who?
Yeah.
She's going to know which one's which.
Yeah.
you know. But then is it a question of not the one that she didn't need? Which one did she think was strong enough to survive it? She was like, Johan's
That's
a
another way of looking
bitch,
at
so
it.
actually, I'm going to keep him, you know.
Yeah.
He's a sensitive boy, and she's my strong little girl. We don't know if that was the choice. Or did she actually mix them up? Now, you know I'm not a big open-ended ending person.
Yeah, I thought that you were going to come in
I'm
here and
really,
be like,
really
this
not.
whole show fucking sucks.
I'm really not. But remember when I was like, if Tenma had died by that car crash, I kind of would have respected the show for that?
Yeah.
I like the ending, man. I actually really like it. It feels monster.
Yes, that's it exactly. Like with time to sit with it and to discuss it throughout, this couple hours we've been on already.
Yeah.
I've had enough time to marinate on it, and I do think that this is an ending that is suited to the show.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I kind of do, because I feel like if we got a solid ending, if we had like a this is what happened to Johan at the very end, then I don't think I would have liked it as much, because that's not very monster. Like, us as the audience, we have never known what the fuck Johan is doing. We're always in the dark on that. And even as the show ends, that's where it leaves us, in the dark. We don't know.
Yeah.
Did Johan jump out the window and actually finally commit the suicide that he couldn't get anybody else to do? Did he go on and live a normal life? Did he get up and start killing again? We have no idea.
So, since you kind of get to choose, what is your ending? What do you see why is that bed empty? What is your takeaway?
So, when I first watched it, I was like, okay, so he finally ended it. He got up and committed suicide.
Okay.
But I don't think, like, after us talking and me asking, like, why has Nohan?
Yeah.
Why has Johan not committed suicide?
Yeah.
Your response to that, the whole thing with like fate, and somebody else has to commit the suicide for him. I don't think that he ever would actually kill himself, even after all of this and that whole everything.
Yeah.
So I think that he is probably going to retreat for a little while and probably have, a vampire house in the middle of the woods that he goes and hangs out in for some time, collects his thoughts, and then he's going to formulate a new plan, and he's going to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but like, he's not designed to just live a quiet life like Klaus Pope tried to do.
Yeah.
Johan is definitely destined for more, and I think that he's going to be waiting, plotting for the right time to do his next thing, whatever that's going to be.
So my ending is actually that he just died, and that's just the bed sheets open because they have just removed him, that he just died. Which then
he just died in his coma.
He just dies.
Yeah.
And I'm really at peace with that, because I'm like, you know what? It kind of is that unceremonious thing that I talked about. Like, he did all these grand things to finally die, but not even by his perfect suicide. But yet he's still gone without his name still.
Yeah.
Him just dying in the bed really ties it up for me, and I really, really fucking like that.
I do like that.
But there is an answer.
Oh, there is?
I can give you the answer. If you want it, because you just said, I kind of don't want to know.
I mean, it's kind of spooky, like not knowing what he's doing. I feel like I'm still watching Monster in a way.
Ferdin put it in the chat, by the way. He didn't put the ending in the chat, but I just saw it up there. But he put in there that there is a light novel, a sequel called Another Monster.
Yes, and it is
not a manga. It is not a manga. It is like a book.
Okay.
So you're going to read it. You're going to really like it. Oh. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, I do.
It's a news reporter who is investigating all that's been going on, and this book is his journal notes as he's been piecing together the information he's been finding out. So it's almost Frankenstein-y, Dracula-ish, like on this day. Okay, so I interviewed Lunge, and here's the transcript of our conversation, and it's written out with like, this is what I think this means.
Okay.
Then I found this, and this is what I think this is. But it's like him literally piecing together what he thought happened over the course of the monster show we just fucking watched.
Book. Okay, I need this book.
From an outside perspective. And there's answers. There are definitive, here's where this person is now kind of stuff.
Okay.
So do you want to know now?
Shit, I kind of want to read the book. Is it like widely available? Is it something I can just like go purchase somewhere?
Oh, no. Guess what? Guess what I read about it, though?
What?
It's like not in English. It's
Fuck.
like in Japanese only still,
Shit.
I think. Let me double check that because I was really looking it up going like, Kelsey's going to fucking read this book.
Yeah, I want that.
No, there's just like fan translations.
Okay, well, if there's fan translations, then I might like to read it.
Okay, let me get on Amazon here. So there is another monster. Yeah, it's like all in Japanese. But there's stuff in English on it, though. Oh, the cover's disgusting. Oh, it's fucking Johan with the book, the whole like, welcome home. But it's like inverted
God.
colors. Fuck
Ugh.
off.
Don't like that.
I'm sharing my screen to show you that bullshit. If I'm going to be haunted. The thing that Ferdin put up of like the glow-in-the-dark Exorcist fucking cover, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that bullshit.
I don't like that.
Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, look. Japanese edition. So it is only in Japanese.
Okay, well, there's something here. It's a PDF, and it's
Yeah, so like you can get
207 pages, so it looks like it's available in English.
So there's no official English release. How's that? There's no official one.
Okay, but it has been fan translated, which is pretty cool.
And it came out in like 2002
Oh wow.
or something. So like it's pretty old. But it's never been brought over. So I guess if we all go out and buy the monster mangas, they'll go, "Oh, there's like a white we should probably bring another monster to America," you know?
Yeah, I really do want the
I
like
think you
a
would
nice
dig how this is
collection
written. Yeah. There's
of
like
the monster mangas.
isn't one, man.
There's not like a good collection of them.
Not that I can find. I keep trying to like look it up. And like every time I go, like there's just these. Here's a complete
Yeah,
set.
that's the ones I
This
keep
is-
seeing at Barnes and Noble too.
Yeah, that's like the only ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the full thing for $90. It's not horrible.
Yeah, I
And
will be buying them. Like
that is the
they're-
better version because there's this one, and that's like the normal, you know, the normal
kind of
ones.
boring.
Yeah, I would definitely want these too.
Yeah.
These look. Oh yeah, it's called the Perfect Edition. That's
There we
fan
go.
fucking tastic. You kidding me? The Perfect Edition. What a great fucking name for them. But yeah, I always see Volume 1 at Barnes and
Mhm.
Noble and no other ones.
The other day I saw Volume 7. I was like, all right.
Cool, great. Yeah, look, there's like no another monster. Hang on. Another monster light novel. And I'm in shopping. So here's one on eBay for $40. I'm going to go ahead and pop into it. It is brand new condition. Japanese.
In Japanese. Yep.
Yeah. So there is no official English release of this. And it is the investigative report. It's just this guy's report. And I've learned some stuff about it. And I think there's some stuff about it you would just fucking dig. Like, do you want to know anything about it other than he interviews people? Because remember, we wanted to see an ending with Yarmir Lipsky, old puppeteer man. He
Did we
gets
get-
interviewed in this
Okay.
thing. So, like, we do touch on some people, but there are a couple names that we do get official things on. So, remember we just said, hey, well, whatever happened to the Devil's Apprentice? What was going on with him?
Yes.
It is confirmed in Another Monster. He does not interview him, but it is noted that that guy did survive.
Okay. So he's out there.
So he's out there. Do you want to know what is basically found out by the end of that investigative report?
Will it spoil the book for me?
Well, yeah, because it's the point of the book. It doesn't spoil what happens to Johan, no. But
Okay.
he does basically find out, like, what is happening as a result of all this.
Oh. Well, what's happening?
The experiments are still happening.
Yeah, yeah, I figured that it would still fucking happen. That's the
Yep.
thing is like
It's happening
it-
again. Yeah.
this stuff gets put in motion. And I'm
Actually,
not drawing any
okay.
direct parallels to what's going on
Yes, you
right
are.
now
'Cause
here in
I'm-
America. But
I'm going to send you a video that I watched that showed a quote from it, and it was literally in the way they were talking to one another, like this
Yeah.
this like interview, it felt like we were talking about somebody today. It was eerily like I was like, "Oh my god, that is a conversation I've had now."
and the thing is, this book's about the fucking Nazis. So like
He's wild, dude. Like I really want to know, but I think I'm just going to have to watch like a YouTube thing and just let them tell me. There's one version where they go over this in an hour. There's one version that go over this in 5 hours.
Woo.
I think
See,
I'm going to watch the
haven't
5 hour
watched-
one.
Yeah, I kind of want that. I haven't watched anything. I haven't read anything. Like I wanted to really sit with Monster and fully talk about it with you
Yeah.
before I went down a video essay rabbit hole because I didn't want to have my opinions like tainted by anything else.
So I truly see why this show is put where it is. I get it.
I do too. Yeah, like
Hands
after
down get
this
it.
watch through and this 30-hour conversation that we've had about it, I definitely see why it is like top of the list for not only psychological animes, like thriller animes, because I think it definitely belongs to the top of those lists, but
Yeah.
I think it's probably, I'm speaking from limited engagement with anime as a medium, but in my opinion, of the ones we've seen so far, Monster is definitely one of my tops.
Oh yeah.
I put it in my top 3, probably number 2 after Erased, because Erased was just like so
Okay.
primo.
I mean, I'm probably always going to trend a little more actiony on the verge of like superhero-ish. So like, I mean, Full Metal's the top for me forever. It's never going to change.
Yeah.
Ever. It just fucking can't.
Mm-hmm.
Intrigue, a little bit of mystery, but then good action, good ideas. But anime is built on ideas. Like,
Yes.
anime is definitely built on, let's just take an idea and just fucking dig into that. That is
Yeah.
the whole premise of anime to me, which is why it's so much more engaging than a sitcom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sitcoms don't give you ideas, they give you situations.
Circumstances.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like, I'm trying to think of where I'd put Monster, like, overall.
Would you put it in your top 5?
Oh, yeah. I was just like, is it at 4? Like, where are we at?
Okay.
Full Metal's definitely 1. I love Dragon Ball. Don't get me wrong. It's super fun. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a favorite. It is not best.
Okay. Yeah.
In any means. It's favorite material. That's definitely probably like maybe number 5 slot. I was trying to think if I would put Hellsing above this one.
Okay.
Because I just really fucking like Hellsing, but it's also kind of bloody and all that stuff, and it has the big
Yeah.
ideas. I mean, plus it's got grand scale stakes, where
Yeah.
this one implied grand scale stakes, but we never really saw it. But we see
Well-
one in Hellsing. It was pretty fucking cool.
I mean, we see a whole village burn down, an entire town murdered
Actually,
in Monster.
that's not any different than the thing I was just picturing from Hellsing. So it's very that's why I'm like, these are so similar to me. Like they're on the
Yeah.
same vibe, wavelength.
So maybe they're on par.
I love the style of fucking Hellsing, but I'm gonna put Hellsing at 4. This is definitely in slot 2 or 3.
Okay. That's good.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Well yeah, because I guess I'd have to throw Berserk at 2 then. So this
Oh,
is
right,
3.
Berserk.
This is
Okay.
3.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, Monster's definitely a top 5. It's fucking. I mean, there's no way you engage with this and you don't think for a long time.
Yeah. It's thinker. It's definitely. I'm so glad that we watched it again, that I watched it again and dragged you into it, because like I needed to think about this show. I needed to sit with it and converse about it.
I for real was never gonna watch it because you had said how fucking shit it was. So I was like, good, that's
Yeah.
74 shows of my life I get back.
Yes.
But a life without Grimmer is just not life. You know?
Yeah.
I needed
I'm
that man in
extremely
my
happy
life.
that I circled back around to it. Art finds you when you need it. And this
Yes.
one Absolutely did. Where is your number ranking for Monster out of 10?
Oh, 10. It's
10?
never it's never fucking wavered, and by the end I expected it to go down because I wouldn't like the ending, but I told you it felt
Yeah.
so Monster, and I'm totally fine with it. Because like I said, in my version where he just dies, because I told you I don't like open,
Yeah.
but like this one plays so well to that, and in my version, I'm really satisfied. Like I am
Good.
fully at peace with the idea that everyone basically has their happy ending, and this dude is just dead. But I have to live in just the monster world where I don't know about another monster and know that history's going to repeat itself.
Yeah.
Because in this version, he died, and just all of this is done because almost everyone attached to it had died as well.
Right.
But that's the crux as well. There's no one to explain it to warn us not to do this again. Because there are people that still know. We got the Czech secret police that were trying to recreate it because that one dude was Roberto's fucking dad.
Oh my God.
That's Roberto's dad, the Czech police dude.
Shit. Yeah, you're totally right.
That was his motherfucking dad. He knows all about this, thinking that his son died there, and he was looking to get the tape to do this, do this action. So we already know that that's one group wanting to do it. You know, we know he's trying to do it. Who fucking else could there be? We had discussed how this definitely can't be a perfect suicide because there are too many people that fucking know about him. There's so many people that know about him.
Yeah, he made himself like the most well-known figure in this movement.
Yeah.
Like, you can't ever commit perfect suicide unless you take out the entire political movement with you.
So, oh yeah. I was like, "Whoa, shit! You got me there." So that's why I was thinking back to like, okay, so something happened that changed this. So I did watch a thing that just tried to like go, monster's too big to keep all the pieces together. So I did the work, and here's the pieces, right?
Okay.
So here's the stuff that I know, and here's what I'm taking from it now.
Okay.
Johann. Okay, so Franz Bonaparte does Red Rose Mansion to create somebody that would like take over the world. He was going to create this new world order with essentially like a new Hitler.
Yes.
Right? That would have been Nina, because that's who was given to him.
Can you imagine a female Hitler?
Yeah.
Like, they could never, ever get men to follow a woman like that in our fucking society today.
But so he gives her up to save her, and then she goes back and tells Johann all about it. And I think that's where our big disconnect is, because we keep saying, well, yeah, and then he took those memories on as his own. No, not what happens. He gets sent to 511 Kinderheim, where they erase his memories, and the ones left are Nina's.
Oh, shit.
That's where that happens.
Oh,
that's why
shit.
he remembers stuff that way. So he got turned into a super soldier, thinking he lived through this world order changing thing at Red Rose Mansion. Thus, he goes to do this plan to do this shit, right?
Okay.
But then he sees the book. Remember the breakdown in the library where he just and he loses his shit? All the memories flood back, and he changes his plans of world order to just trying to die again.
Okay.
So now, he's been building people up all this time, and he literally sees that book, and that's why we're so confused, because we think we know where he's been going, because that's where everyone that he's been working with has led us, and he's gone off rogue on his own, and we just don't realize that.
Okay.
Because, on top of that, he tells Nina to kill him at the very beginning. When he wakes up, he's crying, and we think it's because he's happy to be alive. He's crying because he didn't die.
Yeah.
And that's where the rooftop game is born.
Okay.
The whole idea that, like, because he tried to die, but the world didn't let him. So he keeps finding a way to keep going, but then he keeps trying to die still. Like, am I literally unable to die? And he keeps testing fate to get what he wants, but fate never seems to let him fucking die. Which is why, in my
Yeah.
mind, him literally dying at the end is kind of peaceful for him.
It is. Yeah.
I feel bad
The
in a
view-
way.
The view that they give of that bed too is very peaceful, which is why I want to
Yes.
believe that he died, because it's just so serene. You have that like green open meadow and the breeze is gently blowing these white beautiful curtains over this empty comfortable looking bed.
Yeah.
And it seems like a place where a loved one would have passed, you know, like it's like
Yes.
we're having a fond memory of this bed almost.
Plus, if you tie in what Tenma said, he goes, well, I guess this is goodbye. It could be like, this is the last
Yeah.
time I'm going to see you. Like, he almost intended to never come back to visit him again.
Yeah, definitely. I got that vibe.
And if he's in a coma, did he get to hear the name that... Because Tenma definitely told him his fucking name. Absolutely,
You think so?
he did. Of course he did. Mom told me your name, and I'm just not going to fucking tell you? Bullshit. He's too nice. You know he
Well,
did.
Because he's like, do you want to hear your name? And then he like turns to him and he's fucking bolt upright in the bed at that point.
Yeah. So...
So
But see, we're kind of in an unreliable narrator situation there, because, like, was he asleep?
Yeah.
Did you know what happened really in that ending scene?
yeah.
We're not led to believe what. We're not really told what happened. You know.
Right.
But
So the whole show really is, it's definitely a conversation about fate, like first and foremost.
Yeah.
And in that, it's also a nature versus nurture. Like that
Mhm.
is a huge part of this, because there are plenty of modern day experiments that happen on twins,
Oh
triplets,
yeah.
about nature versus nurture. And these are like controlled scientific experiments that they're doing. Like, okay, you have twins, give this one a vegan diet, give that one an omnivore diet.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to, like, science is truly modern day. It blows me away to think about shit like this, because I've recommended before, there's a movie, a documentary called Three Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
And it's about triplets that grew up in separate homes, and you come to find out that it's just like a whole science experiment that goes all the way to the top. It's like corruption
Yeah.
supreme, and it blows me away to think that there's like actual experiments out there that are happening that are probably pretty similar to what we see at Kinderheim 511 and
Mhm.
the Red Rose Mansion. Like there's
Yeah.
so the conversation in the show being nature versus nurture, and being fate. There's so many like big ideas that this show launches, and it doesn't ever land them anywhere specifically,
Concrete. Yeah.
but it does that intentionally because it wants you as the viewer, as the proxy, to kind of think about those, come to your own conclusions. And I think that is
Yeah.
where Monster misses for a lot of people, because they're like, I don't want to think. I want you to tell me what the fuck happens. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people are very uncomfortable with, not uncomfortable with thinking, uncomfortable with,
I mean, kind of.
kind of thinking. Yeah. I don't want to say that and alienate people.
People are
because
not into ambiguity.
Yeah, a lot of people go toward shows like this, you know, seeking out, like, I want a story, I want a message, I want clear, indicative things that say, like,
Yeah.
this is good, this is bad, and, like, show me why. And Monster's not a show that's going to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, here is an extremely evil dude. Is he redeemable? That's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
And
And see, for
you just
me,
have to sit with it.
it's like the different world views, because we get, so like, something bad happened to Johan, and he
Mhm.
chose that he couldn't get past it. And then we get somebody at the same shit happens, a Dieter, who goes, but so, because Johan's whole thing is like, well, death is the only thing that's real because we're all going to do it. So why
Mhm.
bother living? And then that's Dieter and Tenma's whole thing, because you can still enjoy something. We know we're going to die, but we can enjoy the time while we have it, regardless of the fact that we all know we wind up dead.
Yeah. Like, you can't necessarily control your death. You can make choices that lead toward it, but
Yeah.
you can't at the end of the day, unless, you know, you're doing a perfect suicide situation.
Yeah.
You don't control the way in which you leave the world, but you can control you don't control your circumstances. You can control
Yeah.
your response to them, because
Yes.
it also goes toward all those children that Grimmer played soccer with. Like those
Mhm.
kids were all just a bunch of orphans, and they were hanging out at that dude's house, and they were making the best of their days. You know, they were outside playing soccer, eating
Yeah.
PB&Js. They were having a great time. They loved their life, and they were victims of circumstance. Like they didn't have a good life.
Yeah.
We saw that one kid, you know, wander into the red light district and have the worst 5 hours that you could possibly inflict on like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And he is going to have to decide what to do with his time on Earth. Like,
Yeah.
that's, I think, at the core of it, what Monster is about. Is like, how do you spend your time here?
Yes. Ooh. Oh, shit. Fucking me up. Because all those kids, remember, the dude was all like, well, yeah, I just showed him love. So
Yeah.
then there's all the things about what can you feel. And I think, because the whole thing with 511 Kinderheim is it strips you of those feelings. Because, like,
Yeah.
Grimmer kept going, like, you can, like, enjoy a cold beer after work, or you should be able to enjoy this. And all that was stripped from Johann so severely that he never enjoyed anything again. Thus, he just wished to die because he had nothing to enjoy.
You know what? Actually, now that you're saying that, there's so many scenes throughout Monster of like community, people enjoying food together. Lunge and
Yeah.
Grimmer saying, let's have a beer together. Like people coming together and bonding over food and drink and all that
Tenma be around food all the time.
all the time. Never once do we see Johann ever eat or take a drink
Indulging.
of anything. Even when he goes for
Once.
tea with that one dude, he
Yeah.
doesn't have a sip.
He does.
He does?
Yeah. Because that's the guy that he was like, what do you need me to do? You want me to kill somebody? You yourself?
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. But because he told him, he was like, this is like a world-renowned tea, so like I found me some. Isn't it great? And he like takes a sip to no reaction.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess that's more... I guess I took it as because, you know, he's just a cold dude, but he literally can't... he finds no enjoyment in anything because 501 Kinderheim literally stripped it out of him so severely. And
Yeah,
that's
he
your
never
nurture
once-
thing. Like, he
For-
literally
for
was
sure.
nurtured to the extreme of just never being able to have any good in his life.
Mm-hmm. And it also cuts at the question of like, are we born evil? Is the nature of man good, or is
Yeah.
the nature of man bad? And I mean, all of the children in the show, all of them want to be good,
Yeah.
except for the ones that Johann fucks with, because that one kid on the roof. But even then, so like he has the whole rooftop
Yeah.
game, and that kid, you know, gets a taste of power and what it's like to be Johann. He's like, I'm unkillable, and walks into the road and like
Yeah.
doesn't get run over. But at the end of that episode, he, you know, arrives
He's
at
like,
the conclusion.
I can't do it. I'm not like him.
Yeah, he comes to the conclusion that like that's not right. Like that's not the life for me. I can choose to be good and happy, and I don't
Yeah.
have to do this. Every single kid in this show, despite their circumstances, everybody but Johann grows up and moves beyond the shit that they're dealt in life, and we assume grows up to be happy.
I mean, yeah, even when they were doing, when Suk was doing the interviews with Verdamon, remember?
Mm-hmm.
They all still grow up pretty okay.
Yeah.
I guess not all of them, because then remember the one, Pope even said there were the few like Grimmer that all grew up to kill themselves because they were just like beyond broken with what they did to them.
Yeah.
There's just a lot. There's a lot
There
to
is
dig
a
into.
lot. So meaty.
I don't want to say that Johann is redeemable. I just think his life led him to be so broken that there was no going back for him. So I don't
Yeah.
blame him per se. Because, I mean, he was definitely created to be this.
For sure. Yeah.
You don't go through 511 Kinderheim and come out some kind of normal, you know?
Yeah, in no way.
But, I mean, I'm actually trying to think if I hate him. I don't think I hate him.
He is pitiable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I hate
don't know that
Roberto.
Yeah, I hate Roberto. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He's a kid that didn't grow up right, actually. Like we don't ever see him as a child, but we know him as a child because he was out there drinking hot cocoa and saving bugs.
And he was like a good child.
Yeah, he grew up all fucked up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's not true that all the kids in the show came out okay, but like all the ones that we see as children that also interact with Tenma. Anybody that has an interaction with Tenma comes out okay. I think that's the moral of the story.
I think it's what you said. It's the nature versus nurture. Are you getting a Tenma type nurture, the experiment filled with love, like the one guy, or do you get the experiment full of hate? Because that will influence the direction that you can go.
Because at the end of the day, one thing about my Dr. Tenma is he's going to leave it better than he found it.
Yes. I gave it a 10, but it's not perfect. There are holes. There's still tons of holes. But
I wanna rate it.
I'm not letting go of that. I just think it's a 10. I think it's a 10.
10 for Tenma.
I gotta stay.
I
with
really
10.
think that. See, before I came in here, I was like 8.5.
Yeah.
I think 8.5 is fair.
Can we get a 9?
I think I am going to bump it up to a 9 after talking because the show, like, it definitely suffers from pacing struggles. I'll give it that. Like, there's
absolutely
there's times in here where I'm like, why are we introducing more new characters? Why are we cutting away from important plot points? Like, there's the show is not without its frustrations and weak points.
But as avid, and I don't know when's the last time we talked about this or if people even remember that's us, but we are avid no sleep people.
Yes, we are.
And how many times has there been a slow burn that we fucking hate for it all to make sense by the end? You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. So that's why I'm giving it a 9 is because like this show, like in the arc of it, when you look at episodes 1 through 74 as a whole, you zoom out on it. That's a great show right there. If you're zooming in and you're looking at like, well, these 8 episodes were just so fluffy and weird.
Yeah.
Like these 4 were like, we don't even care about those characters. Like there's definitely moments in Monster where it's like, okay, I want to get back to the plot that I care about.
Yeah. Because it is just a zoom in on a different topic in different episodes. Like it's just trying to give you too much to think about sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. It's a loaded show. Like, and the creator hands it to you like a loaded gun and be like, here, what do you want to do with this?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't come prepackaged with like love and care. It comes kind of half opened and played with already. And it's like, what do you think about it?
I think that's why I have to give it a 10 because stories are stories.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what is always messy? Just life. It is so unpredictable. It has so many pieces because your life is part of such a cog of every other life out there. For all of it to mesh into one cohesive story would be fantastical in and of itself. You know? Like, the idea that all this is literally going to mesh, that would be fabricated. That would be crafted.
Right.
So you can hate it from that aspect, but I'm going to have to praise it but like that's life. We don't know. Because like we've talked, there's sometimes where like you watch a movie and we don't know this person's answer because we only see it from this person's perspective. So how can we know what that character doesn't know? And I feel like that's kind of this story is, well, I am showing you a bunch of people, but I can't give you every answer. I'm not God. You know?
Yes, that's another thing is that this story, like, it's not told through the lens of anyone. It's just like you're an observer watching it all unfold. We're not like looking at it like as if we are Tenma's internal monologue or Johan's internal monologue for that matter. We're just an observer.
That makes me want to read the book more because that's the whole point of that book is that it's literally about the observer.
Yeah.
We got to find a fucking thing. I'm going to watch a YouTube video on it where somebody's translated it, figured it out, and they're just going to tell me.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find like a fan translation. But when I heard that it was written in like journal entries, I was like, "Oh, Kelsey would eat
That's
that
cool as
shit
hell.
up, man."
I love that. This was a really, really good show.
It was a really good show. I'm very glad that you made me watch it. I just cannot believe 6 months of my life because I feel like we just started.
I know, same. Like it really feels like saying goodbye to a dear friend. I'm sad that it's done. I'm gonna miss it.
That's why you have to buy the mangas now and put them on a shelf, and you can just go, "There's Tenma. There he is."
There's my man. I love him.
Yeah.
Is it disgusting that I've considered getting a tattoo of Johan?
No.
Like just him like pointing at his forehead.
Oh my God.
I love the whole thing about fate. Like, you know that fate interests me as a concept. Yeah. Like that shit, I could dig into that for hours.
Yeah.
And we have, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's, I liked this. I loved this show. I loved
I did too.
Consuming it with you, and I loved that it has been such a big part of YMBToAP at this point.
Yes. I'm super happy that you guys have been partaking as well. I know that you guys probably maybe think it's a 6 or lower. Who knows what you think? Or higher. Maybe you think it's an 11 shooting it past me. I don't know. But I really liked knowing that you guys were watching it too and seeing another side, enjoying how we could pick it apart, because then you guys put stuff in the Discord that picked it apart and made me rethink some stuff. So it was, I've never really, this is kind of like a water cooler thing for us, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't really have that with many shows. I never really watched a show and then like had a water cooler day to like discuss it, you know? I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
The closest I had that was me, Stu, and The Walking Dead, you know? But
I really want to keep doing this.
yeah, so
I mean, not with Monster now, of course, because it's done. So like,
nope, we're starting it all over. Episode 1.
Back to episode 1, baby.
Yeah, I mean, really, if there's something you guys think, maybe that's the play. What's a show that like you've seen that you don't like that maybe you could like if we all watched it together? You know?
Yeah.
That could be an idea. But I would like to watch a show that I know we like
That
first.
could be an idea.
Get back into it. Because I hate going like, oh, we all hate the show? Let's see. And then we all fucking hate the show, though. You know?
Yeah. And I do want to emphasize, like, we discussed at the top of this little monster experiment, at any point, if one of us was having a bad time, we could dip and we were going to be done with it. But we stuck this thing through. Like, we loved it the whole way through.
I really did. There was never a time. It only ever went up for me.
Yeah.
It always went up.
Because it only ever got deeper. Like, it's one of those shows that builds and builds and builds on itself.
Yeah.
And every time you think, like, why the fuck is this new character here? They tie him in a way that's like, oh, that's why.
Yeah. It's a good show. It's a good time.
It's
I'm
a very good
glad
show.
that a lot of your people did get happy endings. That's something that you wanted.
Yeah.
I am a little upset that nobody got to really kill Johan that I wanted. But I love the idea that he just slips away there at the end. Just because that would be the perfect way for fate to do it. He kept trying to get to die.
Mm-hmm.
And Tenma still got to try to save him. But just it happened. You know?
You know who we didn't get closure for is the drunk and Vim.
Oh, his dad probably just went to jail, and he... Oh, well, I was going to say, oh, yeah, and then he lived with Pope. Nope, he dead.
No, Papa is dead, yeah. Literally everybody that kid knows is dead, except for the lottery couple. And they're too old to adopt a young boy like that.
Yeah, and they were talking about moving away. They're not going to take this kid.
They want to get the fuck out of there. They don't want to think about this town anymore. Like,
that
Vim
kid sucks. He's all alone.
Yeah, he's fucked. Like, he got the short end of the stick for sure. So, curious where Vim ends up.
I wonder if he's in another monster. That'd be... I'd like to know who all gets... I mean, it's like a lot of people that get interviewed. Because, like, the Puppeteer Man gets interviewed, so we kind of get some closure on him. Like, it really is like a companion piece, further epilogue to this. To give some more just like, okay, here's like the through threads, you know?
Yeah. And
so
it's by the same
like
author, so it like just ties it all together. It's the same.
Yeah.
Good.
So... But that's its own thing. So we're going to have to leave another monster there.
So at the end of this, who was the monster?
Life, really. Because, I mean, really, I feel like they're trying to bait you with, well, the real monster's the mom because she gave away one of the twins. But, like, she was in a situation, a forced situation by a monster, Franz Bonaparte,
Yeah.
Klaus Popek. That dude's the fucking monster.
He really is. Yeah,
He
I
is
mean,
the
he's
monster.
and he really is so irredeemable because like he had the hubris to be like, oh, but I fell in love with her, so we're gonna run away together and I'm gonna kill everybody and everything's gonna be fine. She fucking hates you, dude.
Yeah.
Back off. Like she doesn't want shit to do with you.
You killed her man and then, like, forced her to have these babies, brought her back after she escaped in the most hardcore badass way. Like, no.
Made her choose between them. Like, which one of these do you want to become the next Hitler?
Yeah. He not gonna like you.
No.
Delusional. Guy's delusional. I really don't know what else there is. The show is just something to think about.
Yeah. I think we covered it tip to tail.
I think we did. And Nina's the best. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Nina and a pair of jeans.
Okay,
That's all
fine,
we
here.
need at the end of the day.
Favorite character by the end of the show. Who's your favorite person by the end of the show?
Dita! I kind of like Reichwein, though.
That's my dude. Reichwein's the shit. I love that
He really
guy.
is. I mean, he's just been like, just himself throughout the whole thing, you know? Like, he escaped an assassination, which is amazing. And he's just like hanging out, still seeing patients. Like, he's just doing good things.
Yeah.
He adopted Dieter. Or at least he's caring for Dieter. I think that's sweet as hell.
If Tenma hadn't have reverted his haircut, probably close to the top, but that dropped him like 3 rungs. So, that's Monster. The monster has Mondayed its last Monday.
Thank you, audience, and thank you, Robert, for watching this with me, because I really wouldn't have watched it again without you, and I would have totally missed out on all this conversation. So, really
Thank you for bringing it. Thank you for being willing to go through this again, knowing that you didn't like it the first time. You know?
Yeah.
Like, the ability to go back to something is not something a lot of people want to do. If I didn't like it, it's done. It's gone.
It kept pulling on me. Like, I thought about it. That's the thing is I kept thinking about it. So it's not that I hated it. It's just that it didn't hit me right the first time.
And as we discussed, this can't be hit alone. Just no way. If you're watching this alone, whoever you are out there that did, and you fully got it, your
Good
mind
job.
works on a different level, man. I can't do it. But that's Monster. And
That's
it was great.
Monster.
I loved it. With that, you ready to figure out what we're going to start watching next?
Yeah, I am.
Let's do it.
If you loved this anime in this episode, please tell a friend about us, because word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP and Monster Mondays into new ears. Tell your friends about YMBToAP. Tell your friends about Monster. Tell your friends about Monster Mondays. We release weekly every single Monday. It's no longer going to be Monster Monday. It'll be something else Monday. We'll still be here all the time, forever and always. If you want to talk to us, if you want to talk to us about Monster, if you want to talk to us about anything at all, anything that's top of mind, but especially about Monster right now, because obviously we've talked so much about it and we just want to hear more thoughts and opinions. Is there anything that we missed? Anything that we got wrong? Anything that you're just like, you know what, y'all? I need to educate you. Sit down. Let me tell you. You can catch us over on Discord. The link to that is in the show notes. Click on it. Come talk to us. And thank you so much for sticking with us through this 6 months of Monster Monday. We love our listeners, and we love you for supporting us.
Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. That dude has been doing this for 6 years with us. That song leading us in, taking us out every time. He's the man.
I don't think he even knows it.
Nope, but we fucking love him. He's our monster. And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. What do you really think happened to Johan in the bed?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I'm scared.
Oh, I'm not scared. I'm
I'm
ready.
scared.
I am ready. Scared of what?
I don't know. It's over. I feel sad.